Um, same old, same old.
Huh? Not much is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. That's as good. It's as good an answer as any. So don't feel like you've let me down.
Okay, good. Okay.
How's your weekend going?
Going well.
Good.
Going well.
Hold on, I'm pouring
I,
myself a sody.
I think I'm caught up with Age of Ashes stuff. I sent out the party booty and shares and everything, and
Saw all that. Excellent. Excellent.
I sent Steve the stuff that I am buying.
Good. I sent out the notes.
Yep, saw that.
And some ink stuff. So, yeah, I think we're getting to a good place there.
Mm-hmm.
So, which book did he say we finished? 2 or 3?
We finished book 2.
Wow, that I'll tell you that if we're at, what are we now at, 9th level, 8th level?
9th. We just turned 9th level.
That's crazy. If that's the case, by the time we finish this damn thing, we're all going to be 20th level.
We're supposed to be 20th level at the end of book 6.
That's insane.
Howdy, howdy.
That's
Hey, Chuck.
how most adventure paths go. You're supposed to be like 17th or higher.
Well, I get that, but I mean, that's still high. I could count the number of characters that I've had above 14th or 15th on one hand, easily.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
I've never, I mean, plus as a DM too, DMing high level characters is really a challenge.
Well, that's one of the things that's supposed to be easier with this set of rules.
Okay.
Is that everything kind of scales easier, and the DM can keep up with things.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey,
Howdy, howdy.
Good to see you guys. Dan, is that a cave behind you now?
Well, now it's a Egyptian tomb.
Ooh.
It was
Oh, now he's out in his makeout place.
in my field.
Now he's in a Scottish pickup bar
Nice.
with the sheep out back.
So I'm just trying.
How are you?
Okay.
So how's the mouse treating you?
Oh, well, we're alive, aren't we?
Yep.
What?
Is Disney fully open?
No. In fact, we're getting a little bit of praise because we haven't reopened yet. And everything going on in Florida, they're like, hey, everybody may have jumped the gun here.
Bit of a big spike you guys had, didn't you?
Yeah, we hit 4,000 yesterday. Good.
Yes, in one day.
Mm-hmm. That used to be a week, and now it's a day.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not. This thing's not going away, and
No.
I mean, and it's I read an article by a guy who was a former presidential advisor on epidemics and head of the CDC and lifelong epidemiologist, and they did a great interview with him. And man, he says some chilling things. Basically, he's studied various kinds of epidemics and how they proceed. He's like 13 or 14 epidemics over the past 250 years, and they've all sort of gone the same way. You have this initial infection, which hits about 5% of the people. Which is exactly what we have. And then it sort of goes away, and everybody sort of relaxes a little bit, and then it comes back 10 times as hard about 3 months later. And he's like, this is following the exact path that every one of these other pandemics has followed. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. And, and he's like, look, even, if it continues to do so, and it was really, he goes, we're looking at, in the United States, between 800,000 and 1.6 million dead by Christmas. And I'm like, damn, by Christmas, yeah. Because he said it's like a 3-month period that it sort of lies low, and then it comes back with a vengeance. And it's usually much more, it usually gets spread around a lot more easier because people are sort of pre-disastered, right? They've said like, oh, it's gone now. So they're doing all the things, and they're like, organizations tend to be a lot slower addressing it in the second wave part kind of thing. So
Yeah, they don't want to
We
shut
can't
down.
be slower the second time.
yeah, well, he says that, hey,
Well, they can be.
that's how it works, you know. I mean, he's like, look, you know, it's probably not a great idea, but it's the way that we've done things for the last 250 years. So when we have these kind of things happen,
The only way we could be slower next time is if we promote hugging.
yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see. I mean, you know, even Marla today was talking about. She got an email from Jonas's school about, you know, some of the things that they're doing to sort of so that they can open on time and, you know, all this other stuff. And she's frankly, she's a little nervous about it.
Yeah.
And she's talking about having to go back to school herself. And you know, she teaches second graders. They don't have any rules. You know, when it comes. Yeah, I mean, they don't practice social distancing.
Yeah. They're not keeping masks on.
So Don, was that a secret cry for help? Do you need a hug, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Probably needs 2 hugs.
Les would let you know I am a hugger, and it's been hard on me.
Really gross.
The funniest thing,
And gross.
this will sound terrible, but I am by nature an introvert. I'm a homebody. I stay home. I don't like to go out very much. I stay home. I do whatever. And just looking at social media and watching all the extroverts lose their absolute fucking minds during this quarantine has just, for me, been the funniest thing ever. TikTok is full of people who are used to interacting with human beings and love interacting with human beings that are dying inside.
They need the attention and the accolades.
And it is hysterical for me to watch because they're like, I haven't been out of the house in 30 days. And I'm thinking, that sounds like a good vacation.
Yeah, that's a vacation.
They're tearing up.
Oh my goodness, why did you have to leave a month ago?
Yeah, they're tearing up and eating Cheerios, talking about, I should be in a restaurant having lobster. I was like, oh, well.
So Chuck, you remind me of my my son, who is also sort of an introvert, and he does, you know, he's a homebody, doesn't, you know, he's not a going out kind of guy, and he's talking about, he's like, this is great. He's like, I'm at home, I'm eating, you know, my mom's cooking every night. Nobody hassles me about, you know, studying and that kind of thing. He's like, this is fantastic. He's like, I may not go back. I'm like, you absolutely are going.
Well, they called me, I guess last week or before last week, and said, okay, they're partially reopening the office and it's going to be on a rotation. So we can't all be at the office at the same time. And there are only 8 of us. And it's a pretty decent size office. So whatever. So they're like, so we want you to come back this past week, we want you to come back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the week after that, you can come into the office Tuesday and Thursday, and you can continue working home from the rest of the time. And secretly, in my dark little evil heart that I don't share with people, I'm like, come on, virus, make a comeback and let me keep working from home. And yeah, let a couple of more of those dumbasses up there catch it and let them leave me alone so I can work from home and do my stuff.
I'll be right back. Hold on just a second.
Well, we had an all-employee meeting last Friday, and Unigroup, where I work, actually was already set up for working from home. Everyone had laptops. Everyone, you know, had virtual, you know, VPN connections and everything. Because if it snowed real bad, they would just say, stay home, you know, work from home and everything. But typically they were like, you should be at work to do work. You might be able to stay home once a week if you are one of the lucky ones. Last Friday, when they were talking about it, they said they could envision maybe 50% of the workforce just working from home.
From now on?
Yeah.
From now on, yeah.
Well, I can tell you, prior to this job, for the 12 years preceding this job, I worked for 2 different companies, 100% remote. One of the companies I worked for had home offices in New York and a big production office in, where's U of F in Florida?
Gainesville.
In Gainesville. And so I flew to Gainesville for a week to meet everybody and to get trained on their system. And then I never saw another one of them again. And I worked for that company for 8 years. And then I worked for another company 100% from home. It's completely viable. The problem is not everyone can successfully do it.
Right.
Big time.
People who are easily distracted, people who decide, well, I'm at home, so I might as well throw in a load of laundry and oh, look shiny and oh, look squirrel and here's 5 other things I can do.
Right.
Or people who need to interact with other people, they don't do well in that environment.
Right.
But for those of us that do, it's way better. I get way more done because people aren't coming into my office asking me stupid fucking questions.
So you just need to take that attitude with them, and they stop coming and asking you those kind of questions.
I have tried. That does not work. Trust me, I'm quite surly at the office, and it hasn't helped yet.
I'm one of those that likes to go in. I like working from home. I can get certain things done real easy at home, but there are other things that I like to be at work for. So
Water
nice
cooler
to have
chat
you.
and Chick-fil-A day.
Chick-fil-A day.
Well, heck yeah. I mean, who's going to miss Chick-fil-A day?
well,
Hey, Matt, you're not late at all.
Hey guys, yeah, we got back a little faster than I thought. My family took me out to my first outdoor, at a restaurant, but outside dinner in 4 months there. So
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, I just
no.
go to the next state over, and then I can do that.
what did you have?
I had a bison burger, a bison cheeseburger with red onions and a Caesar salad.
Oh,
There's everything I thought could be and more.
Nice. That
They're
sounds
very
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Same day. All the other fathers here.
Mhm.
Oh. Where'd Les go? Is he? He's just a facsimile of him
Beating his children as a good father should.
beating his children.
It's
Nice.
Father's Day. Time to reassert your dominance. Go pee
That's
on him or
right.
something.
They woke me up in the morning and gave me these custom blue. I like the color blue. They gave me blue pancakes in bed, which was nice, and they let me sleep until 10 o'clock, which I don't know about you guys. That is a fucking treat for me.
I was going to say, I also sleep until 10, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was everything. It was amazing.
Everything you'd hoped it could be.
Yes. I fell asleep to a good audible thriller last night called Cold Storage. And I'm like, I'm really enjoying this book. But I realized it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was still listening to this audible book and finally fell asleep.
All right, sorry about that.
What's up?
What's happening?
Why are you so late, Les? All the rest was on time.
That was I don't feel tardy.
How do you happy Father's Day?
Thanks, man.
If
You
got
guys
your
too.
Gamer's flannel, your Dungeon Master flannel on?
I did got my
business?
Dungeon Master and my House Mormont shirt from Bear
nice.
Island.
Nice.
My new you guys can't see them, but I got my new camo cargo shorts on.
Oh,
I love.
You don't need to see them.
they're jorts. They're jorts, right? Yeah.
No, regular copy. Eh?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
As a condition of marriage, almost 20 years ago, my wife said I could not. I had to give up cargo pants, and I told her during this coronavirus that should be extenuating circumstances to bring cargo pants back, but she was not. She was not buying.
Cargo shorts. I love them because they basically just scream out, "You let me worry about holding your stuff. You just get out there and make some friends."
Yeah.
Who's making friends?
Hey, Mike, my cargo shorts. That's what they're telling me. He's like, got your stuff. Get out there. And
they're really dad saddlebags. I mean, that's what they are. People just put their shit in you and then just wander away.
Away.
Tie the mule up and let's
great.
go. Let's go into the bar.
And there's Gordon. Gordon, welcome.
Hi.
I get the impression Jennifer's not going to make it tonight.
She might try to log in. I don't know. She's slammed.
Hope she'll be like Gandalf and show up at the turn of the tide.
On day 5, look to the east.
That's right.
She'll be
Farina with a bow.
And Frida's like, twang, ow, my eye.
Yeah.
All right, so last time, lots of stuff happened. You guys were you started out the evening talking with Yaniel. This is a woman that Flashheart was very much familiar with, essentially a legend in the Crusader and Iomedean community. An Iomedean paladin. She'd come to the World Wound to fight. She'd had issues and differences of opinion with some of the crusading leadership.
Mainly the whole evil good thing.
And then the whole evil good thing, and essentially had disappeared. She, sort of had gone out into the world when she was like, I'm going to fight my own battles, that kind of thing. you guys are in here kind of duking it out with these giants and a bunch of like flying around guys and all that kind of stuff. And she basically pulls up and says, wait, she stops everybody from attacking you and says, look, I did not authorize this. I told them to be on the lookout for you. I told them to bring you to me when you got here because I wanted to talk to you guys about this kind of thing. And she basically says, look, the crusade as we're doing it now is doomed to failure. The only way that we are going to win is if we work together with the people that we're fighting who also disagree that the world wound is who also disagree with the whole idea of the world wound. Now you guys will remember that this is sort of like a Baphometian and Descari kind of idea. The idea was opening a rift between the whole world ideal is opening this rift between the abyss and the prime material plane and essentially create an abyssal region on Golarion, which is sort of almost part of the abyss and part of Golarion. And from there, sortie out into the prime material plane and the planet and sort of bring it under the sway and domination of demonic forces. But that's not everyone in the abyss believes that this is either a good idea or even a possible idea. So the argument that Yaniel made to you guys was like, look, unless we work together with people who disagree with that we may have fundamental disagreements with, but who are on the same side, sort of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, we're never going to win this thing. And so she's like, that's why I'm working with these guys to refine these Nihydrian crystals to help control the expansion and ultimately reverse it. About that time, Gatto murdered her friend and ruined the entire.
He just stabbed her. He didn't murder her.
Ruined the entire parlay. Yaniel became enraged, and suddenly fight broke out again. Yaniel disappeared, and all of the remaining creatures sort of came to the attack, including a Cambion and this weird little eye dude here.
Floating beach ball.
The floating beach ball. Let's get a look at him. There he is. So. Sort of just like this weird dude. So this dude farts out a huge stinking cloud, which catches Flashheart, and so Flashheart has three more rounds of being nauseated. He's busy just retching his guts out over here in the room with the machine.
He's a little pissed off too because he's trying to like, hey, we can work this out. And everybody's fighting around him here. And this big stupid fart monster's on my face.
He's throwing up both in rage at Gatto's perfidy and the problems associated with fighting demons. In that case, Bardos and Fletcher dimension door out of the room they were in and into a room that is essentially a laboratory. And they saw inklings of that guy back there, and I believe Fletcher was like, "Look, I'll kill you." And the guy's like, look, the guys seem to realize that most, if not all, of the people who might defend him, except for Yaniel, had either been killed or were not there anymore. So he basically says, look, if you don't destroy the lab, I'll surrender. And because it was, he's like, this is my life's work here, is the impression you get. And so Fletcher says, so he's speaking in Abyssal, and I believe Bardos is translating to Fletcher back and forth. And Fletcher says, yes, can you stop that creature from farting out stinking clouds? And he's like, yeah, Gibby, cut it out. And that's where we stopped after he did that. The first thing that happens is you hear this creature over here. So this is just a picture of the guy that you were talking to. Oh, I guess I have to do it this way. So this is the picture of the guy. A little weird looking, but okay. And so he is essentially, he yells out to this, and you can hear the creature, the beach ball creature, sort of say back, "Are you sure? I mean, I just sent one paladin out the other room." And he's like, "No. We're stopping that." He's like, "All right, that's fine." And he calls him Muta. He says, "All right, Muta, I'll do it." and then you see the cloud begin to contract and dissipate until it disappears. And the room is open up, and you see this creature come and sort of fly over. This guy sort of steps down over to here near Fletcher, and the creature, the beach ball creature, kind of comes over here and sort of hovers nearby. Muta, this guy, has all the hallmarks of being a alchemist. He has he's not wearing any armor. He has a sword on his back, but he's got this bandolier of reagents and powders and stuff on him, and this lab gives off that indication as well. So let me just give you some of the thing. There's first of all, the ceiling in this chamber goes pretty high, about 40 feet. It's hard to judge because there's sort of like a purple haze and that lingers around in the upper reaches. It's sort of like a miasma, like a fog. The walls are lined with work tables covered with what looks to be obviously alchemical experiments, tools. The center of the room features this big stone slab, and on top of it looks like a 5-foot diameter fishbowl within like this metal and crystal framework, and it's sitting over an open fire and burbling away. Inside the bowl, you can see that there's like this thick purple sludge, and the vapors are wafting up, and that's what's causing this sort of fog up near the ceiling. There's a bunch of tubes coming out of it, at least 8, and they each seem to be attached to smaller alchemical contraptions embedded in the table. The air in this room, even without the beach ball guy farting stinking clouds out, is pretty acrid, a very chemically smell, almost eye-watering. It's pretty laboratory. And he goes over here and basically says, "Okay, look, I've surrendered. I've gotten Gibby to not do that thing anymore." He's speaking in Abyssal to Bardos now. He says, "I've gotten Gibby to turn off the thing."
Quit bumping into me.
Who's bumping into you? Oh yeah, Ilindar is like bonk. Oh, what? And basically he says, "Look, you have my surrender. Just please don't destroy my lab. I'll cooperate. Whatever you guys want."
I yell out from the other room, "Are we still killing or what?" Because I don't speak Abysmal and I don't know what they're saying.
Abysmal.
Once I'm able to hear Gatto's voice, I track him down and throw up on him.
Okay.
Right on Ilindar.
So pretty soon, Flashlight, you're better now. The nausea passed, but man, that was rank. You know.
So yeah. So when I bump into Gatto and then hear him say, "Hey, are we still killing?" I'll tell him, "Hold on for a second."
Ooh, what just happened on the screen?
You felt something brush past you,
Okay.
Ilindar.
So I mean, who speaks Abyssal? I know Fletcher does not.
I do.
Ilindar, you do? Okay.
I do.
And Lothar, okay, so you guys, Flashheart, do you speak Abyssal?
Sorry, I was mute. Yes.
Okay, so I guess maybe everybody but Fletcher understands what this guy is saying. He's speaking in
All right.
Abyssal.
And
Fletcher-
Gatto.
Somebody signed for Fletcher.
Oh, and Gatto, you don't speak Abyssal either?
No.
Okay, so so you guys don't understand. But basically, he says, "Look, don't destroy my lab. This is the better part of my last 20 years worth of work is invested in this lab. Please don't destroy it, and I'll cooperate. I'll I'll help you."
Okay.
So my issue with this is that our job is to destroy the lab. So
Are you saying that out loud or in
No.
Abyssal to him?
no.
Well, you already guys accepted his surrender, so I mean, now you can't.
Right.
Honor
I
him.
Well, I don't think that was part of the deal.
So
That was the entirety of the deal.
No, he surrendered. We took his surrender.
right.
Yeah, and he said that he would surrender if
you don't
you
destroy
guys,
the lab.
if you promised not to destroy the lab, which you guys said okay.
Gatto didn't.
If you talk him into destroying his lab, you got to go Terminator 2 on him and convince him that he has to destroy his own lab.
There you go.
Now is the time
So-
to destroy your lab.
Show him.
I'm going to ask him who that was that just left here. Who was it that was pretending to be that paladin? Because he called that creature by a different name.
Hey, Les,
Minago, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not invisible anymore.
Okay, good. Finally. Because you were really being a huge pain in the butt. Hold on a second. Let me get you. There he is. Okay, you should have that. I'll just put
Yeah.
this elsewhere. Okay. All right. So so you're there in the back. I mean, he means that's Minago. She I don't understand how that she does this thing, but she pretends to be that paladin for
Right.
reasons that are escaping. She's and he's like, look, I don't like her. But she got thrown in here. She fucked up something, some sort of like world wound thing. She was supposed to be knocking out the ward stones, and then some group of guys fucked that plan all up. And
Stupid guys. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
she's been,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was you guys. He's like a bunch of guys knocked that plan out, and she's been on the outs with Baphomet and those guys with Hepsamira ever since. So she got stuck here, and then I got, I used to run this place, and then she got stuff here, and she took over, kicked me out of my own room, and he sort of jerks a thumb to the south. He says, he's like, and now she's probably flown the coop because that's her thing. But yeah, I don't know who she was. I mean, I don't know why she pretends to be this paladin. She thinks that thing. So Bardos, there's a lot of magic in this room. I mean, almost everything in this room radiates some sort of magic. That stone table in the middle radiates a shload of magic. And that liquid, it almost, I mean, if, from an aura standpoint, it almost blinds you with that liquid that's burbling in there.
Is it the same magic as the Hydrian crystals that we've been dealing with?
It is, yeah. That you suspect that what they're making in that vessel, cooking away, is that this is where they do the distilling of the Nihydrian crystals into this thing in the flask that Gatto drank. I mean, didn't drink.
I did not drink it.
That's right. He says that he did not drink it.
Did anybody touch the the portal area to see what the big red thing is?
No, but we can ask him that.
One of the demons got thrown through it or blasted through it somehow, and he disappeared.
Ask him what that red thing is, and is it a permanent portal to the abyss, or what is that?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a permanent portal to the Midnight Isles. That's where they bring in the crystals.
Boros is going to ask him how he thinks we can not destroy this. I mean, this is what he's doing here is creating more powerful demons that are going to destroy our world. I mean, we have to do something about this.
Well, I mean, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, there's that.
I did create the nuclear
But,
weapon.
so when you talk to him about it, he's like, but look, you have to understand this process that we've perfected is just absolutely. I mean, turning these Nihydrian crystals into an elixir that people can drink and gain mythic power. I mean, it's just a huge breakthrough in alchemy and magic and stuff like. I mean, it's incredible what we can do with this material. And he goes, I get that, the old stuff, the first couple of distillations, the things that we did, they weren't that good, and they caused problems, frankly. And I get where you're coming from, but now that I've been able to work on this process and refine it, I've got a process here that is turning this material, this dangerous material, into stuff that can be used to gain mythic power. I mean, it's incredible what we're doing here, and to just throw it away. I mean, think about all the work and effort and knowledge that you would be tossing away, and the power that these elixirs can bring. I mean, it'd be like throwing money away. It's like putting cocaine down the toilet.
I asked him, have you taken some?
He says, I have taken it. There
So
was,
you have you have these mythic powers now?
I do, yeah. He does have some mythic power. He's like, I do, but but it affects each person who takes it in different ways. Like mine, it helped. When I took it, I'll be honest with you, I was really worried as to what it was going to do. It was one of the first of the new revisions that I had done, and I was so excited to try it that I really I bent protocol and I tried it on myself. It was a difficult thing for me to do, but it was a success. But it affected me in different ways than it affected, say, Minago or whoever when they drink it, because the way that alchemistry works, it works with your innate abilities and makes those better. So it's not like I was a great longbowman. It's not like I learned how to shoot a longbow. He goes, I don't shoot longbows. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. It's not like it taught me how to do that, but it took what I was, an alchemist and a scientist and a scholar, and it made me much better at those kind of things. And that's what helped. Frankly, that's what helped speed along the process from there to get to the what we're able to do today. He seems genuinely excited about this kind of stuff, and Bartos, when as he's talking to you, you get the vibe from this guy that he really doesn't have. I mean, to your point of view, he really doesn't understand sort of the eventualities of what creating this material does. Like you said, it creates incredibly powerful demons. He's just looking at it as from a purely scientific and alchemical sense of this huge breakthrough that he's been a part of, that he's instrumental of, and it makes him incredibly excited.
Is there necromantic energy coming out of that elixir?
Necromantic? No, that's one of the few energies that is not coming out of that vessel.
So, but they're taking this, like the souls of demons, right? And distilling. That's what the crystals are.
Well, so he'll tell you that Nihydrian crystals are the fossilized remains of dead, and what he calls ancient. He refers to them as like ancients. There's a whole group of these sort of primordial demons that existed eons ago. They died and then fossilized, and those fossils are the fossilized blood actually is what is the raw material, the raw ore of these Nihydrian crystals. Now we process that ore here we grind up the rocks, we add reagents to it, we do all those kind of things, and then then we process the liquid, we add a variety of things. So it's not just we're taking stones and turning them into liquids, into elixir. It's a hugely involved and complex process.
Flashheart, are you in the room? If you're not, I'm going to ask you to come in and detect evil on this elixir.
Okay.
He's going to be evil.
I'm sorry, Don.
Right.
You okay?
I'm gonna keep a close eye on Farty.
You want to step out of the room, Don?
Am I still
dives out of the way?
Am I still huge like that?
Oh no, you would have.
You want to shrink me down?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, what's up? Hey, other people can see that on their monitor.
So Gatto runs out making Daffy Duck noises as he runs out.
Gatto's like, I'll just wait in the.
I forgot something. I'll be right back.
I gotta go talk to Lothar. I'll see you in a minute.
Don't wait for me. Go ahead and cast the detect evil.
All right, I'm gonna detect evil right now.
So what are you detecting evil on? Because the whole place lights up like
individuals,
a howitzer.
Him and him.
He's evil. Yeah, the beach ball's evil. The elixir is evil. Several instances of various powders and fluids that you see on the tables around the thing are evil. There's a lot of evil to go around in here.
This is a moral dilemma for Flashheart, because I'm committed to destroying demons exactly like him, but I also have more than once tried to work out a parlay to get them surrendered. We could figure out more peaceful means to get it done. So I'm at a dilemma here. I'm also a dilemma from the paladin who just tried to kill me a second ago.
Well,
it was not a paladin. It was a demon.
So
it was for sure a demon.
So he
yes.
Yeah, he said that.
So.
she does this. Her name is Minago, and he told us kind of an interesting story. Basically, Minago was the demon who is in charge of taking down the Wardstone network around the world in all those various cities. That the plan that you guys foiled. So this guy Muta Safin is his full name.
That's an awesome name.
Says. He says, she's so he's like, I used to run this place. And then Minago basically is like, she got in trouble. She's trying to get her name back. So she's, so they stuck her here and she sort of like took over. And I don't know what she has been letting me do my work, but she's frankly an officious wench. And I don't like her. So.
Well, I'm going to recommit myself to killing her, and with extreme prejudice. Not only she tried to kill me, but she's basically imitating what I would consider a war hero legend, right, of the Paladin order. So I would say that I will make any deal that doesn't compromise my Paladinhood to make sure we track her down and put her into the ground. It's not a little more vicious than normal.
Hey, he's like, you won't hear any complaints from me. He goes, I just want one thing. I just want.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, John boy. Night,
was that X-Man?
No, that wasn't mine. That wasn't my son.
This is one of my Father's Day presents from him.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
Are you guys jealous?
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He looks like Cartman was a cop.
Yeah, he looked like a helicopter pilot now.
So basically, yeah, he's like, look, all I'm asking you, and he goes, I've cooperated, I've surrendered, I stopped Gibby from farting out those stinking clouds. He goes, all I'm asking is that you don't destroy the lab. I've worked for decades in this lab, and I've produced something. I finally produced something truly remarkable, and for it to be destroyed, I mean, it would be, that's all I want.
So let's remind me, our goal here that has nothing to do with the anhydrous crystals and getting those. I mean, nobody's wanting to try to use those that we're working with, right? We're just supposed to destroy this stuff.
Our whole job was to come here and destroy this process.
Well,
So we could wreck the Nihydrin. We could wreck the Nihydrin and come back, or we can. You know what? If we're mitigating outside of where he could hear us, we're going to need to come back through here at some point because this is the gate back. So. I don't want to make a backhanded deal, but wait a second. Has to be.
When you talk about the gate back, one of the things, in addition to
we're going to the other side,
you're supposed to call in Galfrey's wizard. She has those two plates from that book, and you guys were supposed to shut this gate down, and you guys got to be on the other side of it.
Yeah, we got to be on the other side, and then we're nuking it from that side and destroying the gate.
All right, who made a deal that this guy can surrender and keep his lab? Because that made our job. It's a much harder deal. All right, Fletcher.
I mean, it's not.
Over here. While they.
We can just say that we don't accept your surrender once we go.
Well, but at least if I'm honor bound to accept it, at least for now. I don't know if I honor bound or not.
When we accepted that, we didn't really know for sure what this was. But now that we know that this is specifically what our mission was, I mean, I think we just need to reject his offer of
or basically just say, you know what, we'll let you go. That's the best we can do right now.
Take your notes and go.
Yeah, I'll let you one book. We'll let you one book. You can go do this again somewhere. And we're doing this just because.
No problem destroying this, even based on the guy's evil. I mean, he has no trouble, but he's not a lawful good.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a problem with.
He is evil.
With changing his. Bardos has no problem with changing what he said or what he.
All right. Well, I'm going to whisper into my. Is this going to affect my Paladinhood stone or whatever you gave me?
Going back on this deal.
Yeah.
Wheel and roll.
It depends. It depends on how you do it. I mean, from a purely Iomedean standpoint, you didn't make the deal. You didn't make the deal. Yeah, but honor would normally put it to the idea that you have to. These are your companions. If they made a deal and theoretically made a deal in good faith, and you would normally be honor bound to uphold it. In this case, you're talking about a demon who is actively engaged
And
in
things that makes demons more powerful, it's going to kill us all.
Well, maybe it makes Gato more powerful too. I mean, you haven't tried it yet.
We specifically know a demon.
Gato did offer.
We specifically know a demon that crossed the lines, right, and came to the other side.
Wait. I heard something about
Arushale.
Gato being more powerful.
Yeah, we know Arushale, right?
Well, Bardos was
Yeah.
making the claim that that these Nihydrine elixirs make demons more powerful. That is true, but you don't know that it's solely demons that they make more powerful. This could be the way that Gato gets mythic power. Think about it, Gato with mythic power. What if it enhances his ability to bleed people?
Yeah, Gato. What?
That's all we need.
I'm imagining more. You're gonna get face tentacles.
Well, Gato doesn't speak Abyssal, so he has no idea about any of this conversation.
Well, he just
But he's
looked.
hearing
He
his
did
name.
hear,
And
he
we're
did
keeping
hear
it
someone
that,
say about calling in
and we're
for
keeping it that
evil.
way.
Would you
We'll just have a
say,
lot
Gordon?
of meaningful glances at you.
I said the essence of this stuff is evil. So that, I mean, even if it would make you more powerful, it would go against us as a group because it's going to taint your character, even if you're already evil, which Bardos doesn't really care about. But I mean, it's going to make it even more unpredictable, more evil. I mean, we're talking about demons here. These aren't things. They're chaotic. They're not just evil. They're chaotic.
It's true.
I mean, there's no control.
Well, he can't be chaotic as a scientist. He's got to be lawful evil.
It'd be like trying to take a chaotic evil weapon and using it, even if you weren't stopped from doing that as a lawful good person. I mean, you would end up killing people you didn't want to kill with that weapon, just out of hand, because that's what chaotic evil things do. You know, I mean, you can't. I'm trying to reason with Gato.
Gato's not in the room.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to
All right.
think through what. There's no way that we can test this on our party. It's just not.
No, I agree with that 100%.
I'm
One
gonna
thing we can
jabberjaw.
use to get around the lab thing is if we destroy this stuff out in this room and then kill this portal really quick, the lab's intact. He's just got no way to get more stuff to it. So it essentially, we keep our bargain temporary. Eventually, this whole thing has to be destroyed, period.
Yeah, I
But for
think
right
that's ripping
now-
the Band-Aid off slowly. And
Right, but for right now, if we say, okay, we'll leave you in the lab here, but we're going to destroy this thing that pulverizes the stuff and your portal to get your...
I mean, I don't even know that we can destroy this stuff, the nihydrine crystal stuff. That is probably.
It's a machine.
Well, no, I'm talking about the elixir itself. That is
Yeah.
probably not destroyable.
that's why you're storing it safely inside Gato. Is that the
Well,
plan?
there's a 5 foot and there's a 5 foot vat of it bubbling away on that stone table with it dribbling out. And you recognize, so Bartos, you would recognize those little sort of catch basins right here, the 8 little catch basins on the cardinal points of the thing. Those look like they are catching the refined version of what's bubbling away, like it's drawing off some of it. So it could be that this is 8 of those flasks being prepared.
Oh, good Lord.
That's his still.
It's a still. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So to address your question, Gato, you wanna address your question real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So that room. So Gato, while you guys are talking with the demon and trying to justify going against your bargain that you made, and trying to rationalize this inherently evil act that you're about to do. Gato goes into the other room. There's another high-ceilinged chamber here, stretches nearly 50 feet up. In the southeast, there's like this weird sort of 3-tiered dais covered in furs and cushions that sort of looks out over the room, but it also looks into an area. This area over here is like a caged area with iron bars, and there's a gate in front of it that's sort of locked. It looks like, and I mentioned this to Lothar last time when Siggy sort of flew in there, that this area looks like a prison area for a person as opposed to an animal, because there's like, you can see a food bowl, there's like a little sleeping mat in there. You know, it looks like this is where a creature or a person would be kept as opposed to like an animal.
Unoccupied right now.
There's nobody in there right now, but give me a perception check real quick. You're not very good at
Are you going to tell us that he's got cages full of puppies and children?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to have you got to test the elixir out.
Puppies and
Otherwise
children.
it wouldn't be safe.
Mhm.
Puppies and children are the best test subjects for that.
Yeah, slips and
So
snails and puppy dog tails.
So you're peering in
Legit.
there. It doesn't. The gate itself is locked, but you're peering around in there, and you see stuck under like the sleeping pallet. It looks like there might be a piece of paper in there. The doors are locked.
No, they're not.
They may have been before.
You gonna do a little picking?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. It's a DC 40 lock, so it's a miss. No, it practically comes apart under your ministrations, and you go over there and you find that it is a piece of paper. It's an old sort of torn up piece of paper, and it looks like it's been written on with like charcoal or something like that.
And it says, "Sucks to be you."
I look at it. Is it written in a language I understand?
It is. It's written in common.
I read it to myself.
Okay. Don't know that I can do that way.
Go ahead and just read it, and they have to pretend they don't know what it is yet.
Okay, here we go. Oh, so that's the note. So I'll read it to you. It says, hold on, I got to make it bigger because I can't see it because my stupid eyes are sucky. My friend and loyal servant Lothar, if you're finding this, you're either captive like me or on the rescue trail. I hope it's the latter. I was here with the blonde Lamia for, I think, 2 weeks, but they are talking about taking me to some city in the abyss. I know not where, but they say I shall be a slave there. I know not why they have kept me alive. They've forced me to work on their crystals until I became ill, but I've since gotten better after they stopped me from that work. Still weak, but can breathe well without coughing, and have stolen this bit of charred coal to write. I know you are likely dead in the bowels of Tenebris or on some demon's pike, but something tells me you are yet alive. If you are dead, I am sorry I brought you to Tenebris. It was foolish of me, and I regret the decision mightily. It's almost a relief knowing that I shall end my days as a demon's slave. Hopefully, Erastil, in his wisdom, will absolve me, and when I die and meet Pharasma, she will judge me mercifully for the bad choices I made on your behalf. I think often on your family back in the north, and I am shamed. I have heard them say the name of the city, and it is alien to our tongue, but sounds like Elushnar. I hope you are alive, but if not, I shall see you in Erastil's keeping, which I hope to enjoy. Do not seek. And then it stopped. It's torn away. This piece is torn away.
Who's that from?
So I burn it. No, I don't.
Nothing here.
What is this here?
So like a little almost like a little desk. It's more like a pillar. It's not a desk in the traditional sense. It's actually stone. It's like a stone pillar sort of wedged into the corner, but on it are various other documents and things like that. And it does have like what looks to be a little like a little inkwell and a pen, a carved quill there.
Yeah, not very interested in it.
Okay. But that's what you find.
Hey, Lothar.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this is for you.
Yeah. While they're doing it, I'm just gonna keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm gonna just try to wear him down with the power of Iomede's wisdom on why this is a bad effing idea on his part.
Well,
Wouldn't he rather be like a small batch microbrewer in one of the big cities? Really kicking ass.
The more you talk to him about this, and he's very loquacious about if you guys want to talk about his work, he's very much willing to talk about it. I mean, he gets excited. I mean, the idea that he was instrumental in sort of defining this.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, he's very proud of what he's done.
I'm just figuring that if anybody knows a zealot better than paladins, they don't exist, right? Even though he's on their team. So I should have at least some things in my trick bag here because I got high diplomacy, among other things, to try to talk him off the ledge.
He's very much. I mean, if you approach the idea of like destroying the lab, he's very much against that, and he will bring up that he's like that guy said that if I surrendered, you guys wouldn't destroy my lab. And I
want him to
kept my
destroy
part.
his lab.
I kept my part of the deal.
Okay.
Les, I'm happy to try diplomacy on him anytime you let me.
Well, I mean, diplomacy isn't necessarily like hypnotism, you know. I mean, he may like you, but that doesn't mean he's going to destroy his life's work because somehow the power of Iomade compels him.
I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to let my hair fall back and shake in the wind. Slow mo.
Wait, this might just work.
Let's just say Bruce is not here. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Our eyes meet under the mistletoe.
Now, Les, can you correct
They're
me if I'm wrong?
forbidden
Because
love.
I know he's only speaking in Abyssal now, but I believe he
Right.
was speaking in Common when he offered to surrender.
No, he was speaking in Abyssal, and Bardos translated it.
Yeah,
too.
this is
Okay,
how we
but
started.
it was
this
still
conversation
me
last
that
week.
accepted the surrender, right?
Kind of both of you, but yes, I mean, you were the one in a position to sort of
Okay.
like kill him.
And I got no problem with smashing up his lab after that. I'm chaotic good. I'm not at all.
Okay. Well,
So if this turns out to be evil and it turns out to be better for good that it's destroyed, I'm going to do it without really qualm. Just
So
being clear.
I've been sort of standing back here kind of listening, and I can speak Abyssal, so I know what everybody's saying.
mhm.
So, and this is important. You're suggesting that Fletcher accepted his conditional surrender subject to the conditions he later stated. Is that correct?
No, stated at the same time.
You can't do both. You can either surrender and give your terms,
Right. What he said is, I surrender, just please don't destroy the lab.
and you accepted that.
Yeah, actually, the only condition I gave him was tell him to stop fighting and
Won't kill him.
She did. He stopped Gibby.
We accepted
Right.
it.
That was the only condition that I talked about.
You didn't accept his terms. We accepted his surrender.
No, yeah, I didn't say anything about we won't destroy the lab. Those words never came out of my mouth.
We should probably have a powwow before since we're going in a demon realm, on what terms we accept from demons from hell. Because this is probably going to come up more than once.
Says the paladin who made a deal with a demon that then teleported away.
Yeah. And don't you think he's not on my list when I get down there to the Forbidden Isles?
Oh, I'll show him.
I'll be asking about him in every tavern we're in.
Lothar will make a proclamation in every language he knows. Stop making deals with demons. But I'm going to whisper to Ilindar, not only do we have to destroy this lab, we have to kill him.
Ooh, brutal.
Because he's the one who knows how to do this.
Do you say that in Abyssal?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm speaking to Ilindar.
Because otherwise the guy's like, what?
And kill him. Make sure you get an easel and like a whiteboard
He's the
out.
one that knows how to create this lab, and which means he could create it again.
Keep in mind that the original process was developed by Xanthir. This guy, Mutasafen, is probably, if we assume
Made it
that
better.
he improved the process and made it into something usable. And you might remember from Xanthir's journal, Xanthir was like, "Look, I did the hard work. I handed it over to the demons, and and they're now making the product. It's like Xanthir invented it, and
Yes,
this
but
guy made it
He's
usable."
the Nazi scientist.
What that suggests to me is that Xanthir doesn't know what the refinements and perfections were. He passed it off to this guy
Right.
after he did the so-called heavy lifting. This guy's the one who knows how to get it to where it is now.
Yep. That's the impression you're getting. Yeah.
He has to die, and the lab needs to be destroyed.
Lothar accidentally slips into Abyssal, and the guy's like, "What?"
Where's Farina just to end this conversation with an arrow?
The
So
guy
you're
looks
just
back
gonna-
and Lo-
you're just gonna
Lothar is just like preaching up, like behind him with the dagger sitting like this, and
This sounds like a job for Gato.
Well, and by whatever means, those people who entered into whatever's going on here, you can
yeah, they
tell
don't
him
fight.
you can tell him he's welcome to arm himself and defend himself, but the guy's got to die and the lab's got to go.
I don't like that we have to do it, but I 100% agree with your analysis.
And after the letter I was just given, we can either do it that way, or I can just start throwing flame strikes.
Well, just just hear me out. If we kill him on this plane. His knowledge still exists where he goes back, right?
Feel free to incapacitate him and take him through the gate and then kill him on the other side.
Okay,
Is
there's one change here. This portal is not being summoned. So if a demon walks through this portal and gets killed on this plane, he's still dead because he didn't get summoned. He's not going back
he's
home.
dead. Okay.
Now, if he gets summoned to this plane, then yeah, those guys don't.
I don't think he's suspicious at all. We ask him, so were you summoned or did you come to that portal, thus making you mortal on this here plane? I'm sure you won't see through our
the summoning
clever ploy.
gives them the free death.
I want free death. I thought I was like, I want to die on the demon plane and come back here.
Well, you got to get summoned there, and then.
Does it actually work that way?
Passing through the portal won't work.
Yeah, it won't work.
I'll stand on this side.
Well, I mean, it
You
might
guys stand on
certainly.
that side. Say, Gato, come here.
Well, I think so.
I think that might be a different kind of summons.
Well, Lothar's not wrong. If you kill him on the other side of that portal, for sure he's gone. Because that, as far as you guys know, the other side of that portal is the abyss, and he has confirmed that portal is where they bring the crystals through from the Midnight Isles, and you know that the Midnight Isles are this location in the abyss where that mining is taking place. So your assumption is that on the other side of the portal is the abyss. If you do kill him on the other side of the portal, he's gone forever. You're not sure what happens if you kill him on this side of the portal.
Right. Because we don't know how he got here.
Yeah, it's not like they have a big summon symbol on their forehead or anything like that.
I don't see how we're getting in there unless we.
Well, damn it, they should.
Oh, this is messy.
Got your message, Gato. We'll talk.
I was summoned by Xanthir, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Is there a time limit on summoned demons when they're summoned by their kind, or do they just stay here as long as they want?
It depends. Here in the world, they can stay here as long as they want, nor until dispelled. It also depends on the summoner, on the power of the summoner. It's not like summon. It's not like summon nature's
Monster.
ally or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Summon monster.
just one more thing. He's essentially the most brilliant demon scientist that their kind has produced right up to this point. Is there a possibility to utilize him for team good over here, as sort of like captured Nazi scientists?
Lothar, did you not? I think you need to make clear again what you said about 10 minutes ago.
I don't.
I'm sorry. Allow me to explain to the paladin how rescued Nazi scientists don't fit into the dogma of any lawful good priest. So
Okay,
no,
fair.
we don't take Mengele home and hope that he'll make us something nice.
All right.
Hold on. I may have to actually tweet that.
I don't want my name attached to that tweet there, though. So anything about Nazis?
There's never any names.
So to reiterate, what was a fairly straightforward point, he has to die, and this lab has to be destroyed.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure all those reagents, whatnot, with him are going
I'm
to
willing
try
to
to take
destroy
us.
it by drinking some of it.
I'm pretty sure.
At which point he
We don't
has to
know this
die,
guy.
the lab has
And
to be
Gato has to
destroyed,
die.
then Gato has to die. You're adding levels of complexity, but it's simple logic to me.
The answer doesn't change.
It's less a complex argument and more a task list at this point.
It becomes a honeydew list at that point.
Yeah.
Gato, if we just start calling you Mythic Gato, does that satisfy your requirements?
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Start.
OMG.
Yeah. Farino's gonna love that.
I am not calling him that.
It's like, I'm not calling him.
Right.
She'd be like, if he bleeds, we can kill him.
So is Les still here?
I'm still here.
Okay, so just for my own understanding, since I have a similar magic item, if I attack this demon
Okay.
and attempt to destroy the lab, regardless of all the other stuff that's gone on,
Mm-hmm.
does that in any way put in jeopardy my alignment?
No.
There we go. Do you want
We have a
initiative?
winner.
We have a winner. And again, Fletcher is okay with this.
Or do I just get a surprise round?
Well, it's up to how. I mean, I don't know that I can advise you on how to sneak attack this guy.
Oh, I'm not gonna
No,
sneak
no, the DM
attack him.
can. I'm pretty sure it's in the rules.
I'm gonna flame strike him.
Ardos has been explaining all this stuff to Fletcher, kind of in a whisper while Fletcher's talking to him, just so he knows what's going on.
Well, if you guys,
Thank
while you guys
you.
are talking, so he actually goes over to the thing, and he begins like sort of like checking the vials, and the beach ball flies near him, and he's like consulting with him. You can hear him talking to him. He's like, "Look, I think I think the levels of anhydrous antioxide are really good in this batch." Blah blah blah. So he's like checking the stuff while you guys are talking.
Discussing.
Contemplating his fate.
He looks like, he looks fairly comfortable, frankly. I think he's of the opinion that you guys he
he's
surrendered.
an obsessed zealot,
You're going to leave him alone, and he's going back to work.
Like I said,
I
the only
admire
thing,
his work
the only
ethic.
issue we've got is if we kill him here, we don't know if he just appears on the other side and then
Yeah, that's why I brought that up. I was
knows,
just
knows
thinking about it.
everything
Like,
he knows and knows that,
they can't trust the good team good to keep their word. Those rat
demons really
bastards.
aren't. Demons,
Those paladins lied to me.
yeah. Imagine demons don't put a high priority on, people holding up to their end of the deal.
Well, this guy seems to be, he's made no offensive moves at you guys, or has done nothing other than talk with you, give you information, and sort of like noodle around with some of his alchemical shit. It looks like he's working on whatever's going on in that vat. Like he's gone back to work while you guys sort of sort this out. Your impression is that he assumes that since he surrendered, you guys are going to sort of, he doesn't care as long as the lab is okay. He doesn't care what else you guys do.
How did he survive all the demon realms? Aren't they a bunch of backstabbing monsters?
Yeah.
They're the most trusting demon ever.
Well, think about it this way: from a demon, from like Hepzibah's standpoint, this guy is an incredibly valuable tool. And you guys don't know. He might be also very powerful from an antagonist standpoint. You guys don't know. You haven't fought him yet. But at least from Hepzibah's point, this is the guy who basically perfected the Nihydrian crystal refining process. They're not going to like put him in danger. Like he's not like, all right, we have a big battle coming up. Let's get our best scientist and put him right in front. They're not going to do that. They're going to protect him. So Gatto, you just wandering around the complex at this point?
Yep.
All right, there are several. Well, there's a couple of doors.
I'm not walking through the blade barrier.
That's still here?
Okay. Well, unless Lothar's, it's probably gone now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it only last round, so that's gone.
The doors we haven't gone through yet are these and this one.
Yeah.
I'll go through here.
Okay, you gonna open that up?
Yeah.
Can you also disenlarge me?
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah, you're normal size now.
All right. So you open that up. Let me just go ahead and show you what's
Bathroom.
in there. It's the crapper. No.
There's never any crappers in the dungeon.
Yeah, I don't know how these people like fix food or go to the bathroom.
They're demons. They just crap wherever they want to. That's part of their demonic power.
Oh, that's what we've been walking in.
That's what it is. So this room is otherwise it's empty, but on the north wall it has, frankly, a weird contraption attached to it. There are 2 3-foot diameter discs of glass that seem to be floating amid a network of glowing metal rods that are extending out from the walls, and between the disc is like a little table that is covered with glowing runes. So the blue circles are the discs, and they're floating above the ground, a few feet off the ground. In the middle, between them, is this table right here, which is covered with glowing runes.
I'm going to keep talking to this guy.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
well,
I want to ask mostly about the
never
demon, the demon who's impersonating my my paladin hero. Like, does he have any information that happened to the actual paladin she's impersonating?
I don't know anything about that. This is just some weirdo shit that Minago does. She likes to impersonate this human woman. I don't know why she does it, and frankly, it's a little weird. But she does that kind of stuff. It has happened. It only happened since she got here. She only does it very rarely, and usually when she's meeting with other humans.
Oh, so tell me about these other humans she's meeting.
Well, they've been there's about every couple of 3 weeks, a group of humans will come here. Usually they're those Baphometian guys.
Right.
Sometimes it's other ones. Sometimes they're mages. Usually they're here to talk either to pick up some refined elixirs, or they're here to talk to her about I don't know. Honestly, I don't participate in those conversations. I don't know what they're talking about. But usually when they come, it's usually to pick up some of the elixirs that I've got done.
Okay.
But it takes about two and a half weeks to go from ore to refined elixirs. So about every 3.5 weeks, we get a contingent of people. I get a new batch.
How quickly do you make these elixirs? How many have you made so far, and how quickly do you make them?
Well, so it takes the process from the crystals coming. Yeah, about 2.5 weeks to get it right. I've done. Oh, I'd have to check.
Over a 2.5 week period, how many do you make?
Well, you can see I can make 8 elixirs in about a 2.5-3 week period. Now, sometimes a batch will get ruined. We had one instance. He kind of laughs. We had one instance where one of your human birds flew into our compound and ended up in the vat, ruined the whole elixir. We had to throw the whole mess out. It was a real shame because it was turning out to be a real batch. But I mean, once it's destroyed like that, we can't do anything with it.
What happened to the bird?
The bird was ultimately destroyed. It did not become mythic. He's like, I see where you're going with that.
A mythic bird?
The one that's in the next room that will kill you all when you betray me.
So
yeah,
what's the best way to shut this place down? Oh, I don't speak his language.
Yeah. If
I would
was
try
going
that
to
in
slip a
common. So what's the
dagger
best
into
way to
your,
shut this whole place down?
If I was going to slip a dagger into your vertebrae, do I do it between the 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th? I forget.
If we need to shut down all the production in here, what's the easiest way to do it?
I'm going to whisper, or I'm going to just in common say, Lothar, if we think this is going to go the way it will go, we might need healed before that happens.
Well, yeah, we're all kind of injured. Gatto and I think, or at least I know I'm injured. Gatto's
Really?
injured.
Nobody's knit together from the 7 hours of oratory? You heal naturally by now?
And grow a beard.
I was hoping to make him depressed enough that he would see the failure of his ways and just throw
Marvin the
himself in
paranoid paladin?
the nitrohydrate and crystals. Like, what have I done? That happens in every movie. They convince the scientist that he's a mad scientist and he destroys his own works and betrays the monster he's created.
If that's what the point you're trying to get across to him, he is aggressively not getting it.
So if we are ambushing this guy, then we go for the guy. Everyone goes for the guy first, and once he's gone, then we go for the far
Who's
back.
hurt besides Gatto?
I'm pretty sure I am. I'm looking at the Zoom screen. Oh no, I'm full up again.
I'm good.
Okay, so it's
I'm
just
down
Gatto
like
and
2
Storm.
points.
So
The fart monster's hurt. You might want to,
No.
I need 30,
Just
30
Gatto.
30 feet. Actually, you don't need to put it down. I can easily see it. So
Isn't Gatto right next to you there?
yeah, Gatto's next to me and Storm's here. They're all within 30 feet, and I can omit these 2 guys, so I'll burst.
Okay, so you're omitting
Shit.
the
fart
beach ball?
monster.
Yeah, I'm omitting the demon and the beach ball.
Okay.
That was some very Lothar rolling.
Yeah, that was Lothar rolling. So Les, if you'd like to roll that for me, please.
You want my roll? So what do you?
Wow. 2,
76?
2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 4.
76.
Okay, hold on.
I'm pretty sure you can do better than 15.
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
That's terrible.
It's Lothar.
You got to work hard to get that.
That's
Any bonus on
no
those?
chance.
No, it's just 76.
There you go.
That's much
like-
better.
That was
More
an
than
average,
double.
Average of 2 Or 1.5. That last one. There you go. One double.
So Storm and Gato both get back 31.
Thank you very much.
Profile.
Okay, like I said, if we're ambushing this guy, we go for the guy first, then we go for fart bag.
I need a 10-foot circumference.
I think you already have one, don't you?
You can give yourself one.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one. It's the green.
If you go into the gears, underneath where it says bars, it says auras.
At this point, I can't even click on myself.
That's
Are
weird.
you using the arrow on the submenu, the little floating menu on the
No,
left?
because I'm an idiot. Why would I want to do that?
Okay, first stop being an idiot.
Okay, we'll try that first. Let's see if that works out. No promises.
I've known Chuck a long time. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's probably a lost cause, but we'll give it a hearty effort. The old college try. Bear in mind, I never went to college. Okay, so the thing is, I need a 10-foot that I can move. That's not me.
Oh, you need the.
Oh,
That's different. I was gonna like.
that's
You're
different.
Well, no, Don, I looked into what you were saying. I didn't know I
man.
could do that, but now that I do, I can play with that. But what I need is something that I can size out elsewhere.
Where the
Right.
hell did I put the last one? I had one handy.
Well, there's a
Usually
little
we
tiny
do-
Vardos in the section over there with the spider.
All right, I'm gonna make a little tiny Lothar,
And I shall call him Mini-Me.
and I'm gonna take out that, and there, sir, is your 10-foot radius. And you should have no problem moving that either.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
Tuck your tail, dragon.
Here it comes. Here comes the slab.
Nope.
Boom.
No, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
I'm just trying to,
No, we're
because
talking
at
about
this,
something else.
yeah, at this point, I would be hitting, I would also
He
be
was,
hitting Fletcher.
he was just invoking
Shush,
the
shush,
dragon
shush.
name.
So I'll just move that off to the side.
Okay.
And I didn't discover anything I'm not supposed to, so it's all good.
Okay.
And all buffs are off, right? We got nothing left.
All buffs are off.
Yeah.
Buffs are off.
There is an ability score drain on someone that hasn't been removed yet, but
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys? So he's basically looking around and doing his work while you guys talk. Fletcher is sort of hovering around him and sort of overlooking things. And he'll actually. I mean, you guys don't speak any of the same languages probably, but you know, he's not like aggravated that you're there. If anything, he will talk to you in Abyssal a couple of times, and the rest of you can hear him saying, like, "Look, you can see that when you add the reagents, you know, it all goes, you know, to this, and then but for you, it's just all Abyssal bullshit."
This is like old Yeller here.
So we've
Put him down behind the barn.
We've got a demon squint.
Okay.
Is there
What?
any part of his machine that he's playing with right now that looks like it's at all fragile?
Oh, there are parts of it that are absolutely fragile. I mean, the collection bins are probably ceramic. The bigger urn, it looks like it's thicker ceramic. It's not glass, but there's glass and shit all over the place. I mean, you know, there's various kinds of ingredients and powders and whatnot, and that kind of stuff.
Lotions and potions.
Tongs. Yeah,
So
there's
something
a
I
lot of
could
stuff.
knock to the ground and it would break?
And from what he said, it sounds like we can just piss on this and ruin the elixir, basically.
No, we have to go find a bird.
We have to get a bird.
Y'all leave my bird alone.
I would have thought it would be a lot more.
You brought your own bird, didn't you?
Oh,
I mean, you could.
Do you want to step up?
So Fletcher, so the catch basins look like they can be removed from the stone, but right now, I mean, there's like little pipes going into them where this stuff is flowing out of. You're not sure. I mean, if you pulled it out, you probably have to either turn off or somehow move the pipette to keep the stuff from it if you want to pull one out and take it out.
I just want to knock it out to the ground.
It's embedded in the stone right now, so it's probably, your guess is that it's probably 8 or 10 inches deep, but only maybe 3 or 4 inches of that is above the thing. It's like embedded in there. It's like it's like, imagine like a ceramic cup, and the table has a hole in it, and the cup goes into the table hole, and then the pipette kind of goes into the cup. But all of this,
but
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could just, like, if you wanted, you could just rip the pipe out, grab the thing, and throw it. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Flashheart, do you want to step up before we start this?
Step up, pal. Take him out.
Approach.
Well, at least be next to him.
Approach.
So you don't have to move.
You want me to hold him? Give him a good cuddle before. Like, I can ask him to spoon if you. Think that would be.
You can try.
I'm going to embrace you with the holy spoon.
With a holy spoon.
Yes.
Where's Eric to beat this thing?
Yeah, I was going to say that's more of an Eric thing, isn't it?
Has Eric gone berserk on any of other games he's playing, or is it just Traveler?
He's struggling playing a
Just Traveler with
paladin.
the spoon.
He legit scared me a little bit in Traveler.
Have some soup, Smack. Holy shit.
I realized my character's alone in the office with him, with some stuff's about to go down badly, and I'm not sure if whose side he's on.
This boy's cheese done slid off his cracker.
This lady's like, what are you talking about? Whack, whack, whack.
Illandar in common will turn around to Gatto and say, "Are you setting this one out?"
Setting what out? What are we doing? No one's told me.
That's a good point.
I've been busy wandering about the complex doing who knows what.
I'll say
Who knows what?
ambush as soon as you get up there. Start with the big guy, then go to fart bag.
Oh, hell.
I just think this is not going to go as smoothly as
Wait,
you all want.
he ran away. Okay. I guess he is.
He ran away. He's like, all right, I'm out.
All right, I'm going to cast a spell.
All right.
If I see Lothar starting to cast, I will rip something out from one of the pipettes and
Hey,
throw it
hey,
to the
hey,
ground.
hey, hey, hey,
Hey, hey,
Okay.
hey, hey.
He's well within range. I'm going to cast Terrible Remorse.
On Gatto.
No. Although that would be fun.
That would be.
What is terrible remorse? Let's have a look at
Sounds
that
terrible,
one. 'Cause
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
not
know, but I'm
100%
sorry to hear
familiar.
about it.
You fill a target with such profound remorse that it begins to harm itself.
Oh,
That's,
No,
that's
don't
what
do
I
that.
that's what I verbally was trying to do.
Each round, the target must save or deal 1d8 points of damage plus strength modifier to itself using an item held in its hand or with unarmed attack. If the creature saved, it is staggered for 1 round and takes a -2 penalty to armor class.
okay. Now that -2 armor class lasts for as long as the spell lasts, right?
Yes, but if he saves on the first round, he's staggered with a -2 penalty to his armor class for 1 round, after
Right.
which the spell ends.
Right. Okay. All right. So you're going to do that. So here's something that you're going to. So you cast that. First things first. Spell resistance.
Which is
Your D20 plus your caster level versus his spell resistance, and his spell resistance is not terrible.
let's see here. I think.
So I'll tell you right now, his spell resistance is 25.
Okay, hang on. Come on, damn it.
So you got about a 1 in 4 chance this working.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do something.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Mhm.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Otherwise, we're going to stay here and talk until he dies of old age.
Well, demons live for a long time.
23.
Oh, so spell resistance, he shrugs off the thing, but then he whirls and is like, "What have you done? What did you cast?" And he says in Abyssal 2, he's looking at Lothar.
Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
You guys have, if you guys want to do something, he's looking around, and the beach ball is kind of looking around too, and you can see it sort of pulsing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, as soon as that happens,
We try to cast a spell.
we're launched into action.
Okay,
Like a surprise round.
let me go ahead and get rid of all the old things.
But
Gatto back in there because he's got 28.1.
I can't put him back in there, but I will add him myself. Or, that's not the way to do that. What am I doing? I'm going bonky. All right.
Epic fail. I think it's because I don't speak Abyssal. I was not prepared.
All right, let me check. His init is +12. Okay. Hold on, sorry. I wasn't ready. Oh, maybe I am ready. Hold on a second.
How could you not be ready? We gave you.
Sometimes I'm just. Okay, 19 and a half for him.
Did he just destroy his own lab? Can we go about our day?
No, he did not. Weirdly, he did not destroy his own lab. Even despite your best efforts.
I mean, that spell should be like attempt suicide or whatever the name, is what it's really trying to accomplish here. I'm looking at the
yells
long
out.
What, terrible remorse? Yeah, that is basically what it is.
What have I done?
He yells out, "You goods are all the same. You never keep your deals."
Goods are all the same.
He begins to attack, but Gato is first.
We don't get a surprise round.
I did
That was the
Lothar.
spell.
Yeah, did Lothar tip you off? I don't know. You guys are a couple of keys in the other room.
I was trying to talk him through
Lothar
it.
had just had enough of all your macho head games.
Fair enough.
Anybody see this for what we can look forward to in July 2020?
What is
Mogwai?
It's Mogwai above a sink full of water. July 2020. That's what we have to look forward to post coronavirus.
All right, Gato. Lothar has attacked the guy. Now he shrugged it off, but you're just like, what?
So I moved to here. Using lunge, I can attack him from 10 feet away.
Okay.
I'm flanking.
With who?
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
That's why I'm there.
I'm not going to count. I'm not going to count that.
That's the whole reason I'm.
All right. 32 to hit. You just barely hit him.
Okay, and then I moved to there. So,
Okay. So you move out of the way. So 7 points. You get the sneak damage. Okay. So.
oh wait.
Is there any bleeding?
No, I hit it with the wrong thing. I hit it with sap. Sneak attack. Hold on.
Sorry, dude.
No takebacks.
You want to sap him? I guess that's your decision.
No, I was wondering why there wasn't any bleed damage there.
Okay.
I actually missed him.
Yeah. Then you miss him.
Well, why didn't you just roll the bleed damage, dude? Why didn't you roll the whole attack?
Well,
Because that would be cheating.
It was just the damage roll that was wrong.
Gato, stop being an idiot.
okay.
Macros are not always your best friend.
No, but that's what it is. So I missed him.
All right. I like that. Bardos, you're next.
I'm going to try to cast a spell on him, but I got a question unless it's Dimensional Anchor. And under spell resistance, it says yes, but in parentheses, it says object. So you can try any creature or object.
Dimensional Anchor.
So I've
Okay.
never seen that or run across that. Does that mean that only objects have spell resistance? And why? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I would think no. Dimensional Anchor, if you're doing it on a creature. All right, let's see. Green Ray, blah, blah, blah. Dimensional Anchor does not interfere. So it says yes, object. That's weird. Any creature or object struck by the rays covered with a shimmering emerald field, forms of movement are barred. The spell also prevents use of gate or teleport. Dimensional Anchor does not interfere with the movement of creatures already in ethereal space, nor does it block extra dimensional perception. Dimensional Anchor does not prevent summoning creatures from disappearing at the end of the spell.
I don't really say anything about it.
I think, yeah, he would get spell resistance, but there's no save. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means.
Not even. Okay, so it's a ranged touch attack, but I need to do spell resistance first. What is that again?
Well, I mean, you would it's a race. So his spell resistance is 25. It's basically a D20 plus your caster level against his spell resistance.
Okay, let me do that and see what happens.
I think flash heavy.
Oh, very close. Are there any bonuses that you could slip in there?
So the first one missed by 2, the next one missed by 1, so the next person should actually make a spell that works against him.
You see him begin to solidify, Bartos, and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And then he's like, you could feel him sort of like shrug off the spell, and he's now looking at you, and he's like, "I cannot believe you goods have betrayed me."
I know, I can't either. I mean, I'm with you, man.
Never mind.
Yeah, and Flashheart's like, "It's them. I'm
Almade, I swear I didn't know.
Illindari. Oh, Bartos, you can still move if you want.
I'm okay with it.
All right. Illindar.
So Ilindar is going to cast haste.
Okay.
Pretty much I'm going to hit, so you can do 8 or 9 people now, I think.
All right, so you're going to haste him and the tumor thing, and who else?
So basically, I can hit every player character.
And monster.
No, I'm not doing the monsters.
Oh.
You never do the monster.
So everyone is hasted
If Arena's showing up, this is a perfect time for her to appear.
for the next 9 rounds.
Just take the sucker out.
Yeah. And then Storm's going to attack the dude.
All right.
Oh, these are all going to be +1s because of the haste, and then I'm going to re-roll the thing to get the first attack again for the extra hasted attack.
Okay. All right. The first claw hits. Second claw, no.
You got the part above it too.
Oh, yeah, I always miss those. All right, so his AC is 32. I'll just tell you that right now. So,
You got 2 hits, the
Yeah,
claw
2.
and the winged buffet.
Yep, and wing buffet. So 25 and 26? No, 23, so 48. Why is he getting holy damage again?
3.
Because of the item he got. It's the Amulet of Mighty Fist equivalent.
48
Okay.
points of damage.
Yep. Okay. Yep, I got it. All right, 48. There we go. Okay. Anything else, Ilindar?
No.
Okay. He is going to yell out, "Get him, Gibby!" And then as he is going to shoot up into the air. Remember the ceilings here are
It's
50
40
feet high.
feet, and he's a winged demon.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not winged, but he just shoots up in the air. This is a spell-like ability, but I don't know. Would it provoke? I think it does.
As his feet go through, he has to move through.
We'd get to whack
His,
his.
his feet
Well, he's
are
not
up
leaving the.
as they go through the first 5 feet. They're passing through an area. So
Yeah, but didn't we?
if he shoots off.
Didn't we say that going?
If he shoots off in this direction, he doesn't. So if he goes up and this way, if he goes straight up, he does.
I thought leaving a threatened square did not provoke an attack of opportunity. I know this rule changes when
How tall is he?
benefits you guys, but he's about 9 feet tall.
Well, I have step up if somebody tries to leave, but I don't think that applies to flying.
You'd have to
I
be
don't know how I can step up to while he's flying unless I also can fly.
Go ahead and say he doesn't.
Well, I want to be fair. So, yeah, I mean, if he's leaving, he's essentially you know what? Instead of that, he's just going to do a full retreat. which means he's just going to shoot up in the air. So he's going to withdraw, full withdraw. So he just shoots up in the air after yelling, "Get him, Gibby!" And while he's up there, you see him begin to sort of slap at these things, and he's pulling out vials out of that bandolier. But he's up by the ceiling, and he has passed through that fog, so he's hard to see right now. He has partial concealment. So he's up, flying around up there. Lothar, you're up.
I'm going to take 5-foot step forward.
Okay.
And cast prayer.
Okay.
So all of us get +1 on attack, damage, save, and skill. Does Gibby have spell resistance?
That's a good question. I don't. Yes, it does. Gibby does have spell resistance. His spell resistance is smaller, though. It's 22.
Okay, so neither one of those are affected, so they do not get the negative penalties on their rolls.
Okay.
But all of my party gets +1 attack, damage, save, and skill.
Okay.
We don't get a save against that?
Would you like a save against that?
No, I'm good.
I'm sorry, saving throw none. Do you have spell resistance?
No.
No, then shut up.
Just remember to use those saving throw none spells on him later after the battle's over.
I'm thinking Terrible Remorse sounds like a really good spell.
You can watch Gatto punch himself in the face for about 10 minutes.
All of
That'd
the
be fun.
bad things he's done.
Oh, yes. There are so many of them. All right.
I'm a saint.
Ever since he drank that elixir, he's been, All right. So he's going to do that again. All of a sudden, you hear Gibby saying, Abyssal, "You got it, boss." And then.
Great.
Wait, Gibby's up again?
It's no, it's his first time
It
he's
was
up.
only Gibby's first turn.
Hey,
Oh,
Flash,
my mouth is open.
Flashheart didn't roll initiative. Did you, Flash?
No, I don't think I did. I'm sorry.
What?
I was still stunned that they were having this moronic.
'Cause I just noticed you didn't get a go.
Oh, look at that!
Well,
Boom. 18.
Gibby did a full retreat.
18. Okay.
No,
like-
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so that you're talking about Mutasafin, the alchemist.
Yeah.
Gibby is the tumor,
Alchemist.
the beach ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tumor beach ball flew away, right?
No.
No,
big guy
the
did.
He said
alchemist
sick 'em.
flew up in the air.
Okay,
This
my
guy
bad.
did.
All right. So, but I would
And
guess
he
I would
yelled
go
out,
first.
"Get him!" He yelled out, "Get him, Gibby!"
My bad.
And so Gibby's like, "You got it, boss." Gibby is the beach ball. Mutasafin is the alchemist.
Why
Okay.
doesn't the turn order look all weird?
Because I fucked it up here. Hold on a second. I put you in it.
All right. So
So it's.
I apologize. So me
It's
then.
actually so Lothar went. It's not Gibby's turn yet. It's Flashheart's turn.
All right. Flasher is going to just try to dispatch fart ball with extreme prejudice here. All right.
He's you could see he's straining to cut one.
He's making
The prayer adds a +1 to attack, right?
Yes.
Yes.
10 damage.
And damage. And you got haste, so +1 to attack for that.
Okay.
And you get like
And there's
Neat.
Eric joining us.
Hey, Eric, we were just talking.
We were just spooning. I mean,
Yeah, I was just spooning a demon, and your name came up somehow. So this one, I get 2 attacks right here, right? Les?
Well, you're standing right next to it, so I mean,
Yeah,
you could do a full attack. You were trying to convince this guy to destroy his own.
Okay, so those are my 2 attacks on fart monster. I would
Okay.
technically have 3 attacks actually because I have haste. I have 2 attacks already, but
Okay, those 2 attacks are do not hit. The
What?
thing
And then
zigs
the
and
third
zags
attack.
and
okay, this is my 3rd attack.
also not a hit. His AC is
Oh, good lord.
25.
Good lord.
So he
He's a
dodges
bad
out of the
roll.
way. So
You got
that was
4, 6, and a 10.
full attack action. Are you going to do a 5-foot step or anything?
Yeah, those are pretty sad rolls. Now I'm saying, yeah, I can do step up, but that means I'm gonna get farted right in the face. If he moves backwards,
That may be inevitable.
well, if he moves backwards, does that mean I get another attack? Because I have step up, right? So let me just look at step up real quick.
Well, I mean,
I think it does. So I'm just double checking. He was
I don't
pulling away
think you
from me,
get,
right?
I don't think you get attacks of opportunity. You just get If it's 5 foot steps away, you can cover that distance at no penalty.
Right.
If you take a step, you cannot. Okay. Yeah. So there's no extra attack. Okay. So in this particular case, taking a 5 foot step towards them does not seem like a great plan, but I don't see a better plan except clearing the room. But that leaves Fletcher at his mercy. So
I think it's Gibby's job to clear this room.
yeah, this friggin' demon above my head is gonna rain down hellfire in a second. I'm gonna get that too. So, all right. So I'm following Gibby around the room. Come on, Gibby, let's get this over with.
All right.
Hey,
Just roll over and die.
All
Les,
right.
is it too late to point out something to Matt that he may have forgotten?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Did
Please.
you remember that you had flanking?
I didn't know I had flanking because Fletcher was behind him.
Yep.
Oh, he did have flanking, which means the 23 becomes a 25,
Ooh.
and its AC is 25. So that last one would be a hit.
All right. So I go for. Am I on large? No, I'm just hasted. So I get the D8, not the D10. Okay.
You do get 1 extra point of damage from the.
20. Wow, I can't roll over a
20.
10 tonight.
20 points of damage. See if it has DR.
Refresh your web browser.
Oh, but that's good. So, yep.
Eric, it's good to see you. I can't wait to get on the spaceship with you again soon.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
As I recall, we were left in a precarious position. I hope you brought your spoon.
Ooh, you heard him.
Bear stew coming up.
All right, you see that that brown area fills with stinking cloud. You remember the smell, Flash Art, from last time.
I'm never going to come out of my armor.
The DC here is 16 fortitude to negate. Let's see some ones, boys. So everybody in that brown, I'm going to change the color of it because it blends in with.
And does that go all the way up to where the demon is also?
It's a column, but yeah, he seems so. He was standing in it before when Fletcher was around himself in purple. There you go.
I feel like Amadei should exempt me from all stinking clouds.
Gatto, you are nauseated. So Gatto is nauseated. Flash Art, this time your previous exposure seems to have helped
'cause
you in this.
It
regard.
scoured my nose sensory to non-existence.
Gatto, you are nauseated for 1 round.
Hey, Gatto, why don't
Hear
you?
Gatto
I hope you enjoy
hurling
that.
his guts out. Fletcher, what about you?
I rolled already, 29.
29. Okay, so you're fine. Storm. Hello? Oh, Mike's not at his desk. Okay, so Storm.
They got Storm.
He farts that up, and he also begins rising up. And you can see his little freak show arms. In this case, you would both Fletcher, you and Flashheart would. I think he can't withdraw because he did it at the stinking cloud, but so you guys would get attacks of opportunity as it rises up as well.
Right,
But his little arms are popping off those pus-filled tumors off of his body. You get the impression that he's going to throw those. That's a hit, Fletcheroo.
All right, I'm going. Here we go. Hang on.
Just realized my damage with my
Oh,
hammer.
Jesus Christ! I can't roll high at all.
You missed him. Yeah, that sucked. What weapon are you using, Dan?
My hammer.
Okay.
I think it'll be halved or whatever, but
Can you drop it on him?
it didn't change my macro from being enlarged. Sorry.
Okay.
So I have to quickly do this manually. So it's 1d.
Are you going to let go and pin it to the floor?
I may kill it, so we'll check that first.
Okay.
I'm okay with either outcome, unless it splatters more goo on me.
Your armor permanently
things are gonna
smells
get
like a pig
real
farm.
good.
That's the base damage.
Okay.
Is it,
What other damage does it do?
oh, I rolled a 1, really? 2d6 holy.
All right. All right, base damage I'll take care of right now.
A 7.
7 points. Okay, that holy damage. So that goes through and it's in
33.
boom. Okay, got it.
Didn't die.
Did not die.
Then I do let go of the hammer.
Okay. So, and it traps it. It basically pins it to the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So it hits the ground, and you hear this sort of like thing, and it starts to exude this weird sort of pus onto the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark that as well. What color is that? So that's there. All right, you see the white?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's too big. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't do anything yet.
I didn't do anything yet.
Okay. There we go. I typed the wrong letter. So it hits the ground. The hammer is holding it to the ground. You see it wiggling. It's still pulling these tumors out of itself, which it's still probably going to throw. But as it hits the ground, you think that some of these tumors underneath it, on the bottom of it, sort of opened up, and there's this whitish liquid going around on the ground. Both you and Flashheart, it very quickly gets to you. So unless you move back 5 feet each, and I'll give you that opportunity to do so now to sort of take a step back, you guys will be standing in this whitish liquid at the beginning of your next turn.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I don't want to be in the acid for blood. Do we need to move now?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and move out of the circle in whatever direction that you think is best.
I will
All right.
strategically retreat. No, that's not the right word. I will advance to the rear.
It's to the rear.
Yeah, it was a 5 foot step or
All right.
more.
Just a 5 foot step.
Okay, there. I think
Yeah,
that's a
it's not
5
your
foot
turn.
step.
So you could.
Okay.
I'm just giving you the opportunity to get out of it. All right, so that is its turn. Fletcher, what do you do now?
I switched to my glaive.
Okay, you got quick draw.
I don't, so
It's
it'll
move action.
attack. Yeah.
Single attack. Is this the glaive you stole from the Baphometians? The evil glaive?
Well, you tell me.
Slowly poisoning your mind, Liv.
Lothar, I hope you're taking note of this. Because you were the one who made the analogy of the evil weapon that would eventually start killing your friends.
That's +1.
Just saying.
I'm pretty
25,
sure
that's
that
a
was
hit.
Bardos.
Okay.
Oh, that's Bardos made that? Okay.
I'm
Bardos,
pretty sure
you see.
Bardos made that analogy.
So Fletcher, or Bardos, you see Fletcher pull out an obviously evil weapon. That you
Obviously evil.
25's a hit. Go ahead and roll a damage.
Okay.
And what magical properties does this have?
Just +1. Well, actually, sorry, +3.
+3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything I use is considered a +3.
Okay. Got we're at the top of the order next. Ooh, damn, son. 33 points of damage. It's not enough to kill him, but it's certainly enough to piss him off.
And this was sharp damage.
Do you have reach?
Well, no, it's a glaive, so yes, it gives me reach. Sorry.
Glaive has reach.
It's a reach weapon. Okay, so you are not stepping into the whitish liquid. Okay.
I'm not. And as a reminder, it's not a blunt weapon. It's a cutting weapon.
It's a piercing weapon, yeah. Or slashing, I guess, a glaive would be. Okay, Gatto, you're up. You are not actually, you can do one action either to move or do something else, but that's
I
it because
move
you're busy
there, retch
throwing
over the
up.
railings, and tell Ilindar to make me invisible again if you can.
Make me invisible. As this cloud goes up. So, okay. All right, that's Gatto yells out that. Bardos, what do you do?
I think I'm going to try. Fletcher, you want to try to fly?
I would love to fly.
Okay. So if I go into that stinking cloud, does that mean I have to save to do it?
Yep. DC 16, otherwise you're going to be barfing yourself.
Oh, you have to touch me to do it. That sucks.
Yeah. And it's a fortitude, right?
It's fortitude save, yeah. So also keep in mind that the stinking cloud affects vision as well. The creatures are now hard to see.
Can you enlarge me without touching me, or that is a touch too?
Let's see.
So you cannot see anything. So at this point, so you can't see anything through 5 feet. So right now, Bartis, you can't see Fletcher. I mean, you have a general idea of where he was, but you can't see him physically.
So I couldn't do an enlarged person either, then, even though it's arranged.
Well, what would happen is he basically has full concealment. You got if you do a ranged ray attack at him, like you're going to transfer a spell to him via a ray, you'd have to do a ranged attack roll to hit him, and then at that point it's like 50-50 miss because you can't see him. You're sort of shooting in the dark. Now, if you get within 5 feet of him, it becomes partial cover.
Basically, it's a 50-50 chance right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Fletcher, you need to come to me if you want me to do something on you. I think I'm going to just do. I saw him fly up into the ceiling, right? Can I see him? How high is the stinking cloud?
So the stinky cloud only goes up about 20 feet. So there's another space of about another 20 feet that is open. But once you get to the ceiling is sort of domed a little bit. The fumes from the bubbling Nihydrian elixir in the big vat have sort of blossomed out, and it's obscured there. So you can see him sort of. He only gets partial cover because he's flying in and out of those fumes. You're not sure what those fumes, if you breathe them, would do. It's probably not great.
All right, I'm going to try just to web him to get him to stay put for now till we can deal with this stinking thing.
Okay. First things, hold on. Does web spell resist? I don't believe it does, to be honest with you.
Pardon me.
Yes,
That's you.
it does have.
Spell resistance, no. So you do not have to do a spell resistance. Where are you putting the web?
I'm going to try to cover that whole area.
The whole region. All right. So how big is the web?
It's a 20-foot radius spread.
20-foot radius. Okay, hold on. Let me get out my 20-foot radius web. Hold on a second. It's a circle, right?
Well, it's anchored end to end somewhere, so I mean,
Right.
it basically anchors wherever it is.
Okay.
It fills that space.
All right. So it's oops.
Yeah, circle that whole dome.
Yeah, basically it covers the whole dome. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this, but we'll just know that it covers the whole dome. So I have to make a reflex saving throw to avoid being trapped up by the ceiling, right? Right.
17.
17. Okay, so he's done that.
Probably going to be pretty easy for him.
And as a dodge bonus to AC, so that's part of it. His reflex bonus at this point is 17. So did you say the DC was 16 or is it higher than that?
It's 17.
It's 17. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and roll it.
Don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Or roll a 1. Should.
Yeah, so I say,
No. He flies underneath it. So the web does touch the ceiling. Now you can see the web sort of in between the fog, but he kind of looks down and he's looking right at you, Bardos. He knows exactly who did that. And
Well, it does provide cover. I mean, if he's on the other side of the web, then he probably can't see me, just like the.
That's a good point. So yeah, so I mean, it's basically okay. So yeah, he's up above it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you would not necessarily. You can't necessarily see him either.
It is still difficult terrain, too, even if he's not struck by it.
Right. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. You gonna move it all?
Nope.
Ilindar.
I think you're too fast.
Me?
Yeah.
Why am I too fast?
I was looking to see what my next turn was, and
Well, he's still eating.
hadn't figured it out yet. So I can't see anything in there.
Not really.
No, not really. I mean, you can't. You can sort of see Storm. You can't see anybody else. If you were attack, I'll give you an example. If you were attacking Storm's within 5 feet. If you were trying to attack it, he would only have partial cover. Everybody else is you can't see.
What did Gatto say when he came out of that room?
He said, "Blah!"
Okay, so throwing up all over.
Hit me.
No, he said, "Make me invisible again," and then he threw up again.
Did you say that?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do that then.
All right, you're going to make yourself invisible and then push Gato over the edge?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And then jump on him.
Got it.
All
right, so
Storm saw this guy take off going up, but has since lost track of him, right?
correct.
Well, she would be hot on his heels. So she's flying up right behind him until she gets to a point where she can see him.
Careful of the
Okay.
web.
She doesn't know about it.
I know.
Okay, Don, can you see the thing?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put you right there. So she flies up.
So whatever direction she saw him take off.
She saw him go straight up. So he went straight up, and there's this swirling sort of blue, purplish fog up at the top, and it's basically the fumes coming off of the raw nihydrian liquid, which is in that big 5-foot urn, which is being boiled. So there's there's some sort of heating source, maybe a fire underneath it that's boiling it up, and it goes up to the top. So the dome of the ceiling is filled with this. I mean, it's trapping that gas. Now I don't know, she would
Bless you.
probably give me a perception check for Storm.
For Storm?
Yeah. She would probably also see that there seemed to be some really thick spider webs sort of in and out of that fog. She doesn't see the guy, but she sees there are these thick webs in and out of that fog.
Okay. Well, she would take to the air trying to find the guy and trying to avoid the web at the same time.
Okay. All right, so she's going to go up above and sort of fly around.
She's going to try and find him, and once she finds him, she's going after him and attacking.
Okay. Give me another perception check as she flies up in the air.
That's a pretty dang good roll for her. That's 2 of them in a row.
She thinks that she can see him a little bit through the webs and through the gas, like he's up in the dome area above the webs. The webs are sort of stretched out and they connect all over, they form almost like a bowl, and the gas, sort of in the gas, and then he's above all of that. He's still in the gas, though.
So the web is like a barrier between him and her.
Yeah, and it's providing him cover.
She's going to call that. She's going to call that back. That he's trapped behind webs because she doesn't know how the webs got there.
Okay.
She's flying around trying to figure out how to get up there. That's probably the extent of her turn.
Okay. All right, cool. And you made him think. So what is he going to do? He is gonna... okay. All right, he's going to do that. This is going to be great. All right. So
every time you say that, it turns out to really be not great.
all right. So Bardos and Storm, give me another perception check.
Yep.
Okay, 15. Storm, you don't see that. You're sort of you turned away from it and you're sort of flying around. Bardos, you see this. You see, you're watching this. You can see him above the web, and he flies over a little bit, until he's directly above Flashheart, and then drops something through the webs, like a little flask onto Flashheart. And then
how does it get through the webs?
You could drop a flask through webs.
If it's a barrier between her and him, how could something just?
So it's a web.
Yeah.
Well, you can drop stuff. You can drop stuff.
If the web's enough to stick a 200-pound person,
and it would have to save just like anything trying to move through it.
I would think a 1 pound or 5 pound thing would get easily stuck inside of it.
Right. Let's look.
Like a fly.
Now we're going to go back to the insects are immune to webs thing we had like
All right.
7 months ago.
I'll tell you what. Then he's going to do this. So instead of dropping the flasks through the web, he drops the flasks on the webs.
I knew the flasks were coming.
The flasks are basically 2 firebombs, which he's going to pop the corks on and dump them onto the thing. So 2 firebomb flasks go off on the web, and the web begins burning underneath him. So it just starts. So it's still there for right now, but the web is now burning, Bardo.
Next round, it'll be gone then.
He drops 2 of them. Boom, boom. So that's what he does. Lothar, what are you doing?
Blessing of fervor.
Okay.
It includes everyone.
All right. My guy's really going to like that.
Except for the bad guys.
No, I know.
So for everybody else, you get to pick your choice of what you want. It can either increase your movement by 30. You can stand up as a swift action without provoking an attack of opportunity. You can make 1 extra attack as part of a full attack action using your highest bonus. You can gain a +2 bonus on attack rolls and a +2 dodge bonus to AC and reflex saves. Or you can cast a single spell of 2nd level or lower as if it were enlarged, extended, silent, or still.
It's a terrible spell.
So you get to pick which one of those 5 things
Excellent.
at the beginning of your round that you want it to be.
Most of them are going to be
And you can change it every round.
And Gatto,
And
if
you
you're
can change it,
interested,
which I
you
really
do
hate.
have the opportunity to throw a saving throw if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. Blessing of fervor. You know, move it all, Lothar?
No.
Okay. Flashheart, you are wandering around in this thing. You're trying to dodge. You stepped away from the creature. You can't see Fletcher anymore, though you do see, well, you saw Storm, you think, rise up into the sky. Other than that, you've got your hand over your mouth, trying not to, remember all the vomiting that you did literally minutes ago. Because it's the same smell, and it's just absolutely noxious.
I was reminding myself that Schadenfreude is not a good look for a paladin when I was smirking at Gatto hurling his guts out. I'm at a loss here. I can't fly. I'm standing right in bomb hurling central, and
There are pieces of flaming web are starting to fall down towards the sort of rain down on you. You're not.
All I can think of is I can make him come to me by start wrecking the lab, as is part 2 of said plan.
Or killing Fart Machine.
Yeah,
Well, Fart Machine, I thought rose up, or I couldn't get to him. Am I wrong?
No, he's right there. I pinned him to the ground.
He's pinned him to the ground. He's actually
missed that.
squirted out some of that some like whitish fluid that you stepped away from because it was gross.
That's the only problem is you have to step in the goo to get to him right now.
Ugh. What is the goo doing to the floor?
We don't know.
It's just spreading, sort of out. It's not spreading any further than it already has, but
We don't know what it'll do to you.
it's like a whitish pussy fluid.
You see how he's
Certainly
baiting?
fine.
You see how he's baiting the hook here?
Probably the healing powers of demons. Yeah.
I would. This is where I need Frina to deflate this thing and finish him
Yeah.
off. I'll be right with you, fart boy. Man, was the flaming web going to drop on top of this pussy stuff?
Eventually, yes. So the web itself covers almost the entirety of the room. So he dropped a couple of bombs on the web. So the web is now burning, but as it burns, it's beginning to, pieces of the web are starting to fall.
I mean, unless this thing eats magic, I think I'm going to be more or less protected somehow, right? Because I'm wearing a crap ton
They're
of
not,
magical gear.
Yeah, they're not dangerous. Yeah, I mean, you may have to dodge out of the way of a piece.
No,
of
I mean the white pustule stuff on the floor.
It's probably
sure
nothing.
You see, it's fine. Just put your head in the lion's jaws. Just take a look around.
Come on, how dangerous could a weird pussy substance squirting out of a bulbous tumor demon be?
Oh my God.
Well, I have a crossbow, but I would have to. How would I equip my crossbow? Because I never
It would
use
be a
that
move
crossbow.
action to switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be able to do anything this turn, right? Or I could do
Right.
it and then fire. Or,
No, you'd have to pull,
You get it ready, then
load.
you'd load it this round.
Yeah.
You'd use both actions to load it.
all right. So this is very uncharacteristic for Flashheart, but I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, ish. And wait, if I do that, I can't load the crossbow, huh? Or I can't pull the crossbow.
You can do it.
No, you can. Yeah, you
Okay.
can. You can
So
move and load.
I will
well,
move.
you can move and pull at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll move and pull.
Okay.
So
And
like
then you
crossbow.
can
so.
spend some time loading. But you stay in the cloud.
Oh, I have to re-roll again, don't I?
No. Once you succeed against it, then you're fine.
Then yes, I'll stay in
But
the
you
cloud.
just still can't. You can't see other than.
Oh.
You step
Yeah,
around.
which is why
How could I see? How could I see him here then?
you can't.
Well, you were close enough. You can't see him now.
But if I had stayed right where I was, I could see him.
You could just
Yeah.
barely make him out. Yes.
Yeah, you can barely make him out.
So it's gonna be a minus to hit because of the visibility.
Well, it's concealment. Yeah. So what
Alright.
it
50,
is you get if you're if you're close, you get it's a 20% miss chance.
All right.
If you're far away, if you can't see him, it's total concealment. It's 50.
It's worth the risk. I will stay right where I am. I'm just hoping that
Okay.
the demon above me doesn't melt my head somehow.
Okay. It is it is Gibby's turn, and he disappears.
Wait,
Can't.
the little fart demon
He
does?
just went invisible.
More
I
than
don't know.
that, if everything
The
else is
hammer
clear.
means he can't teleport either.
It does?
Yeah.
Why?
This before on the demons. You gave me the damn hammer last
I'm regretting that every single day.
So
All right.
he
What's
reappears.
the hammer?
He reappears because he tried to teleport, but
Wouldn't
somehow I'm gonna have to look at the specs of this hammer. But well, so that being the case, he is going to.
Die horribly? Yes.
No, he is going to. What is he going to do? Oh, he's going to toss. So I told you he was pulling those tumors out of his body with his two of his hands. So he throws one at Flashheart and he throws the other one at you, Fletcher. Now, since it's his fart that is causing the sneaking cloud, he's immune to the not being able to see problems. So he can see you guys clearly through his own farts.
Oh, what a lovely thought.
So first one at Flashheart.
I can tell you that's a fallacy. You cannot be immune to your own farts. I have run myself out of a room
I have to call BS on that one.
more than
Yeah.
once.
I do. You got called out there, Les.
Hold on. That
That
is a fallacy. You cannot be immune to your own. Just quick spell check. Tweet. Yes.
What is your
Go.
Twitter group?
Tiny Batman at Tiny Batman Says.
Okay.
Which is
where I put it on
basically all
Facebook.
the crap that we say that he steals.
Yeah.
It's basically it's my most popular web venue. All right, 28 to hit you, Flashheart. Does that hit you?
Yes, that will. Well, no, 28 is my AC, so you'd have to be 29, right?
Nope, 28's a hit.
Yeah.
27 on you.
Wait, you also get a +1 to your
yeah. From
from
Oh,
prayer.
right. Then no, you don't hit me.
27 against you, Dan?
yes.
All right, a tumor hits you. This is great.
Wait, Dan, which choice did you make for Blessing of Fervor?
But it doesn't matter. Chuck, my armor class sucks. He
I'm
was
sorry.
going to hit me.
Okay. Never mind. I was trying to help.
So the
Yeah,
the tumor splats into your chest and explodes, covering you again with more of this white liquid. It does 8 points of tumor damage.
Tumor.
And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Add it to your followers now, Les.
What is the DC?
Awesome. The DC is 17.
Let me check. Fortitude is plus 12.
Let's see it. Yes!
Oh.
A natty 3. So you you contract a disease, which we will talk about later.
Oh no, Fletcher's got the Rona.
Fletcher's got the Rona. All right. So yeah, you get some of this stuff gets in your mouth, and you have to wipe it off, and you're like, poof, 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 but you can taste that sort of. It's like it's like metallic and like the worst combination of like pennies and Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, I love pennies.
Brussels sprouts from the Beast are amazing.
Okay, excuse me. Now I have to go vomit.
Brussels sprouts are horrible. Except for, I have to admit,
Not when they're soaked in whiskey.
Gordon and Jennifer's, they make some Brussels sprouts that are actually really good.
Try some from Beast Craft Barbecue. They're freaking incredible.
Are they?
I had these Brussels sprouts in Utah that were soaked in rye and buffalo stew. And they were amazing, and I hate Brussels sprouts.
I hate them too. But Gordon and Jennifer's were pretty good.
The
Okay,
ultimate colon cleaners.
Fletcher,
Demon
you
cabbages.
get this thing off of you, and the tumor plops to the floor, but you got some in your mouth, and you're just like, oh, God, that's so gross.
And now it's my turn, so I get to get revenge.
Yep,
Yeah, so
potentially.
let's attack.
24, that would be a miss. Unless you have other bonuses, because it's his AC's 25.
Wait, which blessing of fervor did you choose?
Oh, what was the attack one? Was that +2 to attack?
+2 attack, +2 AC.
That was the one I was going to take.
+2 damage. Or is it attack
Was
and
the
AC?
other one?
Well, prayer is +1
it's-
attack,
it's
+1
attack.
damage.
Oh, that's it. I was going to take the extra attack. That's it. No, I'm good. So second attack.
Okay. That's a hit. But man, you're rolling some rocks. A 3, and a 6. 29 points of damage. But you have a miss chance. You got to roll better than 21 on a percentile dice because of the fart.
Oh, even this close, huh?
Even this close, yeah.
That's funny. We're
What's
still
up, Fletcher? I'll be right back.
1 in there.
44 made it. So 29 points of damage, and more of. So you glaive him right on the like sort of the top, and more of that white shit starts squirting out all over the place, and it gets on your weapon and that kind of thing. But it's really gross. But you did hit him pretty square. I mean, you bury the glaive right into his like tumor-ridden body.
Okay, third attack.
Oh wait, no, wait, I'm wrong. There you go. I did too much. Third attack, that is a hit.
Now I have to do damage. Well, I'll do damage and then.
80-20.
Ooh, problem.
Excellent.
So the goo, that whitish, you pull the glaive out of him, and he's squealing. This white stuff is squirting all over the place, but it gets on the handle, and you're going down for the second one, and it just twists in your hand just a little bit, and you're like, oh, it's too slippery, and you just barely miss him, and that glaive blade just ting off the ground as you miss him in the cloud.
Generally missing. All right,
Yeah.
one more attack.
What? Another potential hit. That finally you readjust and bring it down on him. Go ahead and roll damage. Ooh, 24 points damage. It's not gonna be enough. It's not enough. It's close, but it's not enough. He is gushing this white fluid all over everywhere and making all kinds of like noises and all kinds of stuff like that. And he is not a happy boy. But it is Gatto's turn.
You're muted, Don.
Thank you, Gordon. I moved to this location last, and then I go straight up into the air.
Okay. All right, gotcha. How do you get there?
I have leather, which has fly.
How do you get to that location?
Oh, I did go through the purple a little bit.
All right. Well, you gotta.
Oh, hold on.
A little bit.
You got it. You're okay. All right, and then you fly up in the air. Okay, cool. Bardos.
Thinking Cloud's still there.
It is.
And can I see Fletcher and the creature?
No. You can hear them. There's a lot of activity over there, and at least one clang of metal off of stone. And the creature itself is sort of squealing and making like gross farty noises.
Okay. Man, I got nothing anywhere. I think I'm gonna reserve right now. Let them go later.
You gonna hold?
Yep.
Okay, let me know when you want to jump back into the initiative roll. Ilindar.
So Storm's flying around and sees the guy drop the things, and the web's gone now, right?
Storm did not see that. Bardos saw that. But the web is burning, and now larger pieces of it are falling down onto the ground. So yes, the web will be gone here momentarily. It hasn't had enough time to yet. He just dropped it last round.
So can she see him then?
Give me perception. Yeah, she can see him. He's flying above. He's sort of flying above. Actually, he's more like hovering, and Storm. Looks like he's looking at Storm.
Okay, she's gonna basically fly right out of him and pounce on him.
All right. Okay, what do we got here?
These are all at plus.
I see a fumble there. So the first bite, the bite attack is a potential crit. So go ahead and do that. But then the second attack, the first claw, is a potential fumble. So that will even if unconfirmed, it'll stop the rest of the attacks. But all right, 20 crit. Oh wait, 25 bite crit is not confirmed. 20 claw fumble is confirmed.
Okay.
All right. Let me get the chart. So the bite would be technically a regular hit.
Right. So 30 points for the bite.
Right. 30 points, did you say?
Yep.
Okay. Let me go ahead and do that. I have to go to the thing. I'll put him back on the token layer. Oops. I moved him. I didn't mean to move him. 30 points, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Okay, cool. And then hold on, let's see what happened. Overextend. You provoke an attack of opportunity from all threatening opponents, which he is going to
Does he have a melee weapon in his hand?
He has a bomb in his hand, a firebomb. So but to bite him, you have to be right next to him. So he's just going to smash that flask on you. Or try to, anyway.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see what his thing is. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. 1 second. I don't know that this is going to be much, but 20's not going to hit, probably.
No.
All right. He tries to smash the flask on her side, but misses, and that's going to be the end of that. Okay, except for Storm has flown up into the fog, the Nihydrian fog. I need a fortitude. I need a fortitude save.
Uh-oh.
I don't have her stuff.
Mythic dragon coming online.
Hang on.
What if that's its mythic's powers that it turns your creature into a dragon?
Oh wait!
All the prophecies will come true.
What did you call it?
Dragon.
Shut up!
Shut up.
So I switched up the slap. If it's a different noise now.
Oh my gosh.
What do you get? Oh,
Oh my gosh, Mike.
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay, so all right,
He's mythic.
this is not great. So flashes of horrific anguish flood the creature's mind, and Storm takes 1 point of wisdom damage as she breathes in these fumes.
Okay. It's not her best stat, so.
Well, but it also it will continue as long as she's up there.
Okay.
She'll have to make those saves, and the save is actually kind of tough. Okay. What about Ilindar? You just made Gato invisible. You probably regret that.
Yeah, I pretty much always do. But I
Okay.
do it anyway, just because I'm a glutton for punishment. So she's got no visions problems up where she's at, right?
Well, it's not in the same way of the stinking cloud. So she has trouble seeing down into the cloud, but she's above that. So she could see him pretty easily. I mean, she's right next to him too, but she just breathed in a lungful of those fumes, and she's just like, her mind is filled with horrific visions and flashes of anguish.
Okay. Since I cannot see anything, and what I was going to do.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
I can't see anything right now.
Yep.
So I'm just going to just call out. Storm is fighting with him up at the ceiling, but watch out because that stuff up there is nasty.
What's that? It makes you mythic?
Okay, we're done.
So he backs off, essentially a 5-foot step, and drops this. He tried to smash a bomb onto Storm, but missed. So he still has the 2 bombs, which he drops. One, sort of tosses. One at Flashheart, one at Fletcher. And that is.
The turn order is totally askew. Are we in the same round still?
Oh, sorry. No.
First on still, or
it's his turn.
he can go whenever still, or
He's the first. We're at the top of the order.
No. He's the 19. Oh, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, well,
I think he's at the top of the order right now.
So I haven't gone. So I just wanted to know if the new round has begun because I need to go before that.
Oh, right. No, so
Bardos
you can see where. Can you see the turn order thing? So Fletcher is the bottom of the order, so you have to go sometime before Fletcher.
Yeah, so Bardos, is Bardos gone yet either?
Before Ilindar.
And Ilindar.
I'm going to go after the creature as soon as I.
Which one?
If I can see him, after him.
The guy flying around fighting Storm, or the guy on the ground?
The guy flying around fighting Storm. Yeah, because I saw him before, so I kind of have an idea where he's at.
Yeah, you could see him, so you're going to go after him. So I'm going to go ahead and stick you right there in that. So he's going to throw those 2 bombs. One at Flashheart. First one's going to go to Fletcher. 24, does that hit you?
Actually, no.
Okay, and the second one at Flashheart. 33?
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So these are splash weapons.
And in this chance, Les, he can see through this thinking cloud?
He can see through it too, yeah. So here is.
So is the stinging cloud a magical effect or a physical effect?
Both.
It's a physical. Well, it's a magical effect. I thought it was physical.
It's both.
Okay.
Yeah, it has physical effects. So this bomb falls right onto you, Flashheart. It explodes and erupts in fiery fire is over. I don't know if you have any immunity to that, but otherwise 32 points of damage.
I don't believe I have any immunity to that, but I just lost my eyebrows.
Saving throw.
Saving throw?
From a splash weapon? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Reflex?
Reflex save for half. You just got to feel what DC is.
Is it reflex?
Oh, I got the DC. Yeah, it's a reflex save.
All right, well, that's my worst stat, so nobody get your hopes up on this one.
All right. So the DC, I'll just tell you right now, the DC is 20.
Well, I better roll 16 or higher then. I did!
Oh,
Look at that!
did! So half damage. So 16 points of fire damage as you get out of the way.
Right.
It is a splash weapon. So, Fletcher, I need you to make a reflex save as well to avoid the splash.
How big is a splash?
It's usually 5 feet.
Huh?
Yeah, splash weapons.
Splash for alchemist weapons are usually 5 feet.
Right.
Well,
So they're like 15 feet apart.
No, from the one that he threw at him.
Oh,
So he
from the
threw,
one he threw at him.
he threw
Okay.
into Fletcher. Yeah, he missed him, but there's still a potential splash effect.
Right. You're right.
So does fart bag get the splash effect too?
No, it's too far away.
Being 5 feet from flash heart?
Well, Fartbag has some immunities.
Shenanigans.
so it doesn't matter.
Time for calls for
All right,
malfeasance.
so you didn't make the splash. If you miss the splash, you get is it half or is it a quarter?
If it missed you and you made your save, then I guess it would be quarter.
I think if it missed you and you don't make your save, I think it's
Then
half.
it's still
But
half.
I think it's half. But let me check.
Yeah, each one I think halves it. So if it misses you and you make your save, I think you're a quarter. But if you do one and not the other, then it's just half.
Splash damage is equal to the bomb's minimum damage.
Oh, minimum? Wow, that's a lot lower.
Yeah, so those caught in the splash damage can reflect reflex save, which you didn't make. So it's minimum. So in this case, minimum damage would be min damage is 76. So 7 plus 5, 12 points of fire damage.
But I made my save, right?
Yes, so it would be half. So 6 points.
Okay.
All right, and then he draws a long sword as his move action. All right, Bardos, now you're up. Now you can see him. You saw the bombs come down. You saw them go off. You're not sure if they landed or if they hit anybody, but you saw him come out of there, and you can see the guy sort of up there with Storm.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Hey, Les, just to confirm, he got to do 2 attacks and a move action?
He used his move act. Yes, he did well, he drew a sword as a move action.
Right, but he also did 2 attacks.
He does. Yeah, he gets double attack.
Oh.
That would be technically this is a two-handed attack.
Okay.
He's mythic. Soon others will be too.
That is my hope.
So last time I've got this new spell, telekinesis. I'm wondering if I can use that to move the stinking cloud.
I don't.
Gust of wind does a telekinesis.
Move an object weighing no more than 25 pounds per caster level. So it just depends on whether you consider a cloud to be an object.
I don't know that telekinesis will work, but according to this, a moderate wind will disperse it in 4 rounds. A strong wind will disperse it in 1. Because it functions essentially like a fog cloud. Yeah, I don't think you can telekinesis it away because it doesn't have like substance. It's essentially, like a cloud of fog, which is like microscopic particulates. But a wind would move it. So if you have some way of generating wind, that would work.
Yeah, I don't.
Push it
Well,
away.
I'm going to cast
It's
it
a
on.
fart battle.
What are you going to cast?
I'm going to cast telekinesis on the demon.
Okay.
Try to pin it. So combat maneuver plus intelligence.
So there is spell resistance.
So let's start with that.
All right.
And his SR is 25. Nope, telekinesis didn't work. He shrugged it off. This guy's tough. Have you been able to hit him with any spells?
Ooh,
Yeah, well, I got 9 tries on this one, so hopefully.
We've
9 tries.
spells out of it, none of them have affected him.
Okay. All right, you gonna move or anything at all?
No, not right now.
You throw Baru up into the cloud?
Nope.
Okay. All right, Lothar.
I'm going to burst.
Okay.
Commit the bad guys. It'll get Flash Heart and Storm.
Okay.
You want to roll that for me?
Sure can. What is that again? 70? Is it 676?
76.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Ooh, not as it's better, but not
Well, it's still better. So
still
22.
better. So
It's
20,
more than I lost, so yeah, I'm good.
Storm and Flashheart get 22 points back.
Boom.
And are you gonna move it all, Lothar?
Hang on just a second.
Okay.
Just for me to make sure. Yeah, I don't think Fletcher gets that.
Nope, Fletcher's out.
Yeah, and I can't move, otherwise I get in the stinking cloud. So no.
Yep. Okay.
That's okay. Save the squishies.
Well, none of the people I just healed are squishy, but okay.
And the blob thing at your feet goes, yeah, save me.
I'm squishy.
I'm pretty squishy.
I
Flashheart,
say
you're
let
up.
him go.
Who's up?
Flashheart.
That's all right. So hey, Les, one quick thing. After I pulled my weapon out of my off my shoulder, I realized I don't have a crossbow. I have a composite short bow. Will that make any difference before I do my next move?
Well, you could have shot that last term. It's the loading that.
Right.
Let's call it. I'm so stupid because I never use a bow.
Okay.
I think last time I used it, we were fighting raiders in a desert. That's how long ago I used it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going, and then I can shoot him multiple times, right? Because I'm hasted and I'm basically at point blank range.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you still got the concealment problem, so you're still gonna have to roll 20s after each hit. But yeah.
So let's see. So I roll my this
So
plus.
2 at your best attack and then 1 at -5.
Okay, so these aren't great if I'm adding these up correctly. I don't get all my. This is not a magic weapon, so here we go. One there.
Miss.
No, that doesn't hit. That should hit, right?
Potential hit. Yep.
And then -5 that. Okay. No,
Another miss.
okay.
So 1 potentially hit. Now you got to roll a D100 and get better than 20. A 21 or higher so that you can hit him.
Yeah.
80, you got it. So it did hit him. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. What is it? Is it just D6? Oh, what about
I
the?
don't know.
Okay, so what do we have? The prayer won't help with it. Well, the other
Yeah, the prayer's
Prayer
plus
does,
1 for
plus 1 on
damage.
+1 for damage. So, and what about blessing of fervor? I can use it for
It
damage too.
depends on which one you chose.
I didn't choose any, so I don't want to cheat it. So
Well,
Well, you gotta choose one.
None of them do damage.
No,
Even the
but,
one that
None
gives
of
you
them do
+2 attack doesn't do plus on damage.
okay. All right,
no,
so
but one of them gives you an extra attack. That's
Yeah.
your full attack action.
all right. Well, I'll do that then, and I'll roll that next if Les will allow it.
That's fine.
Okay, so here's my 1d6. Plink.
Okay. Ting. You hit a tumor and it explodes more of that white crap onto the floor.
All right, and then my full attack again. 1d20 plus 23.
That is gonna miss. His AC is 25.
Even though he's pinned to the ground.
Even though he's pinned to the ground.
That means he's got no dex then.
How many hit points does the sucker have left? Can I tell he's almost finished, or? Yeah, I can see he's almost finished.
Forgot about the no dex. So yeah, then his AC is 21. So that
then-
would hit.
Well, that would have made anything else hit though. Let's see.
No.
27 hit. No, that was not going to hit.
Good try though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working it. Okay. And going for that second shot. Ugh.
3 points. So this time you just sort of like grazed off of him and more of that stuff. Honestly, you're not sure.
Can I just lean in and Legolas him with the arrow right to his eyeball?
Let's try. But well, so it's just one arrow sort of skimmed him. The other one is stuck into him in one of his tumors. And but he's all burbling and stuff. You're not sure how much damage it did.
I'm expecting he'll explode just to be a final FU from this demon when I finally finish him.
Well, it's his turn, so he wiggles around and gets a couple of his things out, and you see he's got this weird sort of piece of leather with metal hooks and stuff in it that you guys saw before, and he just sort of like flashes out with it at you and tries to hit you with a whip, a scorpion whip.
Yeah. Okay, what do you got, Scorpion Whip boy?
Here it comes. It's pretty good. He's got a pretty good attack. Here it comes.
Nope.
And he potentially fumbles.
Yay!
Does 26 hit you?
No.
Son of a
It's
poop.
confirmed.
Don't you have to confirm the fumble or no?
Well, that is.
I just did.
Oh yeah. It didn't. Oh yeah. You're right. Sorry. I was thinking it was your second attack.
Off balance. That doesn't make any sense. Better to give. The attack damages you instead.
Yeah.
Use your target's
Yay.
strength modifier.
Deny me the
So-
experience points by finishing yourself off. I see how it is.
So
Does
he comes.
Does he get
He
a
lashes this
vermithrow?
thing. He burns himself.
He gets his own
No, he lashes out and he does. Hold on, let me see how many points.
Self-firm throw. I like it.
It's
That
very
should
rare.
be a new award.
All right, let's see. What's your
Oh, the
strength
Gibby?
bonus?
My what?
Your strength bonus.
3.
3. So this could be trouble. This could be real trouble. All right. So basically, he lashes out at you. You grab the whip
I forgot to
and
do
just
that
sort
on
of
my
like
damage for the
throw
arrow.
it back at him
Yeah.
for 8 points of damage.
I realized I didn't do that when I shot my own bow at you. I didn't add my +3s.
And it hits him right in one of his
Oh,
like
for the
gross
bow, you
little
don't add
eyes, and he's like,
damage, that's
ah! And this whip sort of rips the skin open, and you can see he's like, ah! As more of this white blood comes squirting out all over the place. He's in a
Ugh.
bad way. And Fletcher, it's your turn.
What were we saying, Don?
You don't
get your
add
strength bonus.
your strength bonus to arrows.
I didn't
unless
think
it's
so.
composite bow.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I have a composite bow.
No, he does. He's got a composite, but he doesn't have a crossbow.
Yeah, I
He's
have a
probably
short
got
composite.
He's got a
Oh, that's
shit.
crossbow you don't, right?
So you do add your strength to it.
Well, that's up to Les. I didn't roll them.
It's okay. You did.
It would be 3 more each for 2 hits, so it'd be 6 more damage.
Well, he's got DR. So,
But you already took the DR.
Yeah, on the 2 hits.
yeah, but it's more than what he was able to deliver, even with the extra 3.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
All right. So Fletcher, you're up.
All right.
Please.
Well, I'm going to try to finish this.
Please.
He's close. I mean, there's a lot of goo burbling out of this creature.
I'll try to stand out of the splash zone as you finish him off.
27 is a hit.
All right. Hold on. So many.
82. That is a successful hit. He has 2 hit points left. So the glaive goes banging into the thing, and it basically just rips apart. And its internal guts are all like spewing this white stuff all over the place. Give you and Flashheart give me reflex saves just to see if you get any of it on you.
Even when we win, we lose.
Flashheart 16.
Hold on. Sorry. I almost did a D100. That would have been bad.
An amazing reflex.
That would have been a heck of a
Yeah.
reflex save.
Would have backflipped out of there.
14. All right. So, Dan, you get a little more on you, but you've already had a fair amount of this white goo on you anyway. So it expires with an audible hiss. What it does not do is disappear.
Interesting.
So it is just sort of like in parts and goo in the bottom of the floor. So it is out.
Is it eating through the floor?
No, it's not eating through the floor, but it is really gross, and it's all over the floor. All right.
Everybody take a memory of this. This will be nightmare fuel for all of us for some time to come.
Does anything happen to the stinking pod, Les?
It begins to dissipate.
But
So
so it's still blocking my view right now.
It's still blocking the view. It'll stick around for a little while, but it does begin to dissipate.
So I can't see the big demon at all.
No,
But I
you
know
can't see. At this point, you can't see anything, anybody.
like the stuff here in front of me, right?
You can see that. Yeah, you can see that.
So can I move out of the circle? Head towards Bardos.
Yes. You
That's
can't
what-
move directly towards Bardos because you can't see him. But I mean, you could move. Yeah, you can move out of the circle.
But I know he's over to that side somewhere, so I'd move out of the circle like in this way.
Yeah, yeah. You finally get out of it, and you're like, and Bardos is like, "Hey, Fletcher, I've been looking all over for you."
You said something about making me fly? And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Gatto. is up.
Okay, so when I came up, the whole ceiling is domed, right?
It's domed, but it also is filled with that like a purplish fume.
Right.
And you can see Storm and the guy are both in the fume, sort of flying around each other. He's got a sword in his hand, and Storm is just doing that thing that Storm does. Where
And
she
you
bites
heard
people off.
Elendar last time yell out that the fumes up there are nasty. Storm's fumes up there are nasty.
Okay, so I'm gonna move within 10 feet, do the lunge, and then move away from the guy. Okay.
All right. Okay. 23 is a miss.
Yeah.
Second attack is a natty 20. Am I reading that? No, it's a 19, which will also be a miss.
Okay.
2 misses. And let me do a perception check real
And I'm
quick.
just 10 feet away from him.
Right, you sort of back off. I'm going to do a quick perception check to see if he hears the attack.
Okay.
But I got to see what his perception is. Pretty good. All right, this is a possibility. I know you're. He's just basically. He's not trying to see you. I'm trying to see if he's aware that there's somebody else up there besides Storm.
Right.
Probably not. He probably, since you missed it, he would not know. Okay, Ilendar, you and Storm. Now, Storm is, if she remains in that fume, she's going to have to make another saving throw.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. The saving throw is Fortitude, and the DC is 25.
Oh, she probably can't make it. So.
Well, and the damage we rolled is D4 points of wisdom damage.
Mm-hmm.
She did not make it, so she's going to try to attack, but she takes another point of wisdom damage. How much wisdom damage can she take? And does wisdom damage affect her ability to fight? That's what I'd like to know about it. Should. She's making poor decisions. Go ahead.
So,
stayed up there. That was the poor decision.
And these are all at +3.
Because of the wisdom damage?
Well, yeah. I think it's a rule. It's anytime someone damages your wisdom.
How is she getting +3? From the prayer and the blessing of fervor?
2 from the blessing of fervor and 1 from the prayer.
I think that's a ripoff. But go ahead. His AC is 32, by the way. Bite miss, claws, another. Yeah, so the 23 bite missed. The claw is a prospective fumble.
And dice are not with me tonight.
Oh,
Wow,
man, that's
Mike.
another natural attack fumble. Sprain, you take D4 dex damage now. That will be problematic. So let's go ahead and roll that D4. Ooh, max 4 points of dex damage. That's directly to the ability score.
Ouch.
So that hurts.
Okay.
The stinking cloud is dissipating. Will be gone at the end of this turn. Ilendar, what are you doing? Anything? You gonna make Lothar invisible?
No,
You're just gonna hang back and watch the show?
I can't see anything, so there's not really much I can do.
Okay. So he is going to drink of. He's going to fly away 5 feet from Storm, and then drink a potion and disappear.
Great.
Okay, and then he's not going to do anything there. So, all right, Bardos, you are up. Fletcher has come out of the now dissipating thing, and Fletcher's like, I think I killed it. Fletcher is covered with this noxious pus-like material. And you're just like, oh, the smell is horrific.
I'm going to dispel the telekinesis, and I'm going to cast Fly on Fletcher.
Okay.
Like this.
You would just touch him with like one finger, like in one of the non-pussy spots. There you go.
With his nose held.
Yeah, don't fly directly above me, he tells you as he does this. Are you going to move at all?
No.
Because the dispelling the telekinesis is a swift, standard for fly. Okay. Lothar.
So I haven't seen any of this, right?
You haven't. So the problem is the walkway into the lab doesn't have that high ceiling. So it's filled with the stinking cloud. It's only once you get into the hexagonal area of the lab where you have that domed ceiling that's much higher.
Right.
So yeah, this whole area, like right here, and I'll just sort of make it. Hold on, right. So like this area. This area right here is that I've highlighted in yellow is like a hallway almost, and it's filled. And some of the stinky cloud is like sort of billowing out towards you, but you guys are staying about. As it comes into the room, it sort of like goes up. But that whole area is just like completely filled. Oops.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. What are you aiming at?
The stinking cloud.
The stinking cloud. Okay. Let me look at this caster level. Okay. So it's a D20 plus your caster level versus 10 plus the caster level of the caster, which in this case was Gibby. Not
Probably
enough.
Not.
It doesn't go.
But it's going to dissipate at the end of this round, and I will claim success.
Okay. Perfect.
Nice.
The power of Erastil compels you. Flash art, you are up. You begin to start to be able to see a little more. You're starting to see upward. Things are going up. You see Storm up there. Storm looks sick and maybe injured, distressed, certainly. But you do not see the guy. Now, again, you're still in the middle of this thing, so you're cloud of vision, but you don't see anybody. Other than you do see glimpses of Storm.
Storm is not in my within touch distance, right?
No, not even close. Probably 35 feet away.
All right. I'm going to ask you an off question. When the gate room there, how tall was that gate, like the walkthrough?
You're talking about this thing here?
Yes.
30 to 40 feet tall.
Okay.
It's big.
Thank you.
You gonna escape that way?
Just making idle conversation. I don't see what I can do in here unless they start wrecking equipment, and wrecking equipment which might splash nihydrin crystal stuff all over myself does not seem like a wise idea at the moment. So
It might piss off the guy upstairs, though.
yeah, I mean, I could try to bring him. That was my original plan, but there are other parts of the lab to hit, like this and this, right? These are like laboratory.
It's like, there's tables, various kinds of laboratory equipment and stuff like that.
Okay, but I have to cross through the white goo area, or is it dissipated?
No, the white goo is staying. It looks like it has some staying power, but the stinking cloud is dissipating.
I'm hasted,
due to
so
the power of Erastil.
Okay, so I'm hasted. How fast can I get around to here without going through the white splash?
So you want to go around? So you basically are going to go around the whole table?
Yep.
So I guess 1,
60
2, 3, 4. How much?
60.
60. So yeah, you could get over there, but it would take both of your move actions.
Okay. That's where I'll be. I'm going to start wrecking stuff next turn.
Okay. All right. Fletcher, what about you? Now you can fly.
I can fly, but I don't see him. That's what you're telling me.
You don't
got
see
it.
him.
I sent you a message.
Wow. Okay. So I've got lots of flying.
Now the stinking cloud only goes up to about 20 feet up, but that Nihydrian stuff is up there, and Storm is still flying around in it.
If we could get Eric teleported in here, how big a spoon could we give him?
There's a huge alchemical spoon sitting on that table right there. It's like
Swinging away.
5 feet long.
Yeah.
How big
+5
is the
spoon.
How big is the cloud around Storm?
It fills the entire so the ceiling itself is domed, and it fills that whole dome. So assume that the entire roof of the hexagonal portion of the lab has got that stuff in it from a distance of maybe 32 feet to the top. So the ceiling itself is about 40 feet up. So at about 32 feet, you've got this cloud of stuff, that fume that was coming off of the urn, that's sort of collecting up there.
So if I go too high, I'm going to get stuck in it.
Well, not so much stuck. I mean, it's just a gas more
But I
than
don't
anything.
want to
It's
go
not.
into it if I don't have to.
Well, everybody seems to be sacrificing wisdom points like it's a bodily function. So why not?
But I can go up, say, like 10, 20 feet and still be okay.
Sure. Yeah, there is some space, about a 12-foot space between the top of the stinking cloud and the bottom of the Nihydrian cloud.
Okay. And the last time I saw that big guy, he was standing right about here.
Yeah, he was in the Nihydrian cloud with Storm. But yeah, right around there.
Right around there. So I would want to fly to a place where, given the fact that I have reach, I could swing at that square.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to just do this, but you can tell me what height I needed to go to.
Okay. So what square are you trying to swing at? That one. Hold on. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I got this right. Okay. So are you saying like this square right here?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, that's the one. All right. So you're going to fly up there. You're actually going to stay below the Nihydrian gas and just swing up into it?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Try roll to hit.
And you got to roll a 50-50.
Yeah, if I hit.
Yeah, you're using your glaive or your hammer again?
Yeah, just the glaive.
The glaive. So yeah, you reach out and you don't hit anything. The glaive passes through and comes back out of the gas.
That's okay.
Storm, with all the wisdom damage she's taken, interprets this as you trying to attack her. So wisdom's not really that good right now. All right.
Sure, that's what you think.
Gatto, top of the order. Gatto, you are up. Gatto, you don't see him either.
Okay, I am making a beeline.
Right up into the
Are
gas.
you running away again?
Yes. Squeezing past that guy, he'll feel me.
Okay, Lothar.
Oh, yes, you will.
Lothar, something passed you. You're not sure what, but it smells like Gatto.
After a double move, I end up there.
Okay, cool. All right, you saved when you got into the stinking cloud before?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you basically fly down into it, out, and okay, I got it. Lothar, you feel someone or something fly past you.
Okay.
Do you want to take a quick attack of opportunity at it?
No.
Okay. All right, Ilindar, you're up. What is Storm going to do?
Now, the
Storm-
round ended, so the stinking cloud is gone, correct?
Stinking, that's correct. So yes, Gatto did not have to worry about the stinking cloud. Let me go ahead and get rid of that for you. So yeah, the stinking cloud dissipates. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Storm's going to fly down and land right here.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Restore Eidolon.
Okay. What does that do?
Basically the same thing as Restoration. So
Oh, okay. So it cures her ability score damage.
yeah, her stat damage is all gone.
Okay, perfect.
And then I'm going to call out, does anybody see him?
Okay.
Not me.
Not I, said the man.
Okay. Cool. Bardos, what about you?
Didn't I move? I think I'm.
Well, now the cloud is gone. You can see. You don't see the guy. You see the dead tumor creature on the other side of the thing. There's still this. I mean, there's still that stuff is going up, but
I think I'm like below Didn't I end up like towards the end of the round though? My 22 is no more because I moved it.
No, you're in the right spot.
Am I?
Yeah, because I moved you. I moved you because you wanted to go after. Yeah, you're in the right spot.
Yeah, your turn order is not showing like Gatto or the bad guys anymore.
Well,
Right.
Gatto's invisible, as is the bad guy. Or at
It
least
shows it on the GM's version.
Is Fletcher within 40 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast Enlarge on him.
Okay. Do you have to touch him to do that?
Nope, it's 40 foot.
40
Range.
foot. All right. So Fletcher, you're like, I'm
Big flying Fletcher.
Yep. So you're flying up there, and you're like, you just feel yourself get big. Move, Bartos.
Nope, I'm going to stay put, and that will last for 18 minutes also.
18 minutes. Okay, cool. Lothar. Now I saw you doing some circles there. What do you got going on, bud?
I'm going to do a 5-foot step into here.
Okay.
As a free action, I'm going to tell Ilindar to close and bar the doors behind me.
Okay.
And then I'm casting Invisibility Purge.
Invisibility Purge. Okay.
So everything within the yellow sphere is no longer invisible.
All right, hold on. Does he get a save?
Nope, no save, no spell resistance.
Let's get
Nice.
visible. I want to get visible.
Hey.
Visible.
And Gato will be
Oh,
seen.
this sucks.
Gato will be seen perfectly clearly, tucking tail and running.
You do not see Gatto materialize. You do, however, see over near a desk over there on the ground. This guy looks down and then looks around real quick. He's got a sword next to him in one hand, but he looks like he's picking up papers and books off of that desk. Flashheart, you were over there futzing with something on the table.
I think I have a new mission here. I will close the distance and attack. Boom. Does he get he doesn't get an attack action, right? 'Cause
Actually, if
he's
you move
messing
right there,
with-
it's only a step.
What's
And
that?
you can still attack still.
If I move right there, I get full.
Yeah, that's a yeah,
Diagonal
probably.
square,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Which version of Blessing of Fervor are you going to take?
My options to help my attack are what?
Make one
Take an
extra
extra
attack at your full attack bonus, or gain a +2 bonus on attacks and a +2 dodge for AC and reflex.
More importantly, are you going to smite evil?
I am going to smite evil. Good call. And I think I will take the plus the extra attack, because smite evil will translate to every attack I do.
Okay, so
So-
you get one extra attack at your maximum bonus.
Cripes. Now I gotta figure out smite evil again. Okay. The smite evil is gonna add. Now I think everything I'm gonna be plus. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Plus the +1 for prayer.
Yep. That's gonna be my biggest attack ever with everything going. All right, here we go.
Let's do this.
Boom.
Miss.
First. Second.
Hit.
Oh, nice. Third. This third one is the my free attack from the Blessing of Fervor, and then I'll do my drop down attack too for my lower Bab.
Okay. God, hit.
And then
This is really starting to suck.
Yay.
oh,
Oh, and a potential
Alpha fumble.
fumble. Roll
No.
to confirm. You get the 2 hits, but you might have a fumble.
do I roll the same thing? Okay.
Same exact thing. 27. That is a confirmed fumble.
Ooh, all right. Well, kill him
Alright.
first.
All right, so
Vibration. You strike something solid. In this case, it is his longsword. You take D3 points of strength damage and drop radiance to the ground. Like hitting a pole with a baseball bat. So yeah, you could do the damage first. So I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
You take 2 points. Yeah, 2 points of strength damage. But go ahead and do this.
What is strength damage? Is it just drains my strength, right? For my
Yeah. Your strength ability score goes down by 2. With any, you probably lose a -1 bonus. But go ahead but that happens after you hit.
Yep. I hit. I'm just doing the damage. I'm just calculating the damage because I had the
A bunch more if you're smiting.
And plus one for prayer.
So,
right.
You add your paladin level to all the damage ones. The first one, you double that if it's an outsider.
Which he is, right?
Yes.
No, he's an outsider. Evil outsider.
Yeah.
So your first one's plus 18 damage. All the rest of them are plus 9.
Well, it's just he just has 2 hits. So the first hit is plus 18. The rest is plus 9.
Yeah,
right.
Plus 18 in addition to everything else you have. So.
Man, this
bypassing
stinks.
any DR.
So plus 18 is going to put this at 20. No, it's going to put it at.
Roll your normal damage roll. Add 18 to the first one.
Okay. I'll do my normal damage roll. So plus 18 is going to be 37. 37.
Okay.
One for prayer.
38.
And then the second one.
I hate that it goes through. It's pretty solid.
16.
So 25, 26.
27.
No, 26. It's plus 9 plus 1, so it's 26.
Ah, okay.
26 and 37 is 63. Do I have that right?
Yeah, and bypassing all DR.
I know. Radiance. Radiance.
I know.
Now I'm going to drop
Well,
radiance on the floor. You want to
That's
drop?
mighty evil,
And then-
not radiance, but
And then Radiance is dropped to the floor with a ting.
Ow.
Fletcher.
So just
Oh,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
strength damage. Did I take any actual damage, or is it just strength damage?
From the fumble, just strength damage.
Okay, and then how do I just calculate when I do my next attack? Whenever I get radiance back, I'll have strength damage for how long?
Well, it's permanent until cured.
still cured,
Okay,
still healed.
and then so I just on my rolls that include strength, I just take -2 off that. Okay,
No, minus
one.
-1. It's 2
Oh.
off of your ability score, 1
Minus
off
1.
of your bonus. Yeah.
got it. Okay, thank you very much.
Yep. Fletcheroo. Now you
All
are
right.
flying above here. You see him appear down below. You see Flashheart like aha, and he hits him and ting 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 ting, and then all of a sudden crash. You hear Flashheart go ow, and he's looking at his hand, and Radiance is on the ground. And this guy is raising his sword to strike at
Flashheart.
He's hurt.
Flashheart.
Now,
He's hurt.
technically speaking, given the fact that I'm enlarged and I had reach anyway, I would not have to move very far to be able to hit this guy.
Are you still using the glaive?
Yeah.
You have to be 15 feet away.
You couldn't. Yeah,
So-
I don't know that you could do it as a 5-foot step though. If
Because
that's what you're thinking.
Because of
Because
how high I flew.
Yeah, you're flying downward because you're 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was asking. Okay. So obviously I've got to come down, but I'm going to go to where I need to be to hit him. So that's about here.
So here's the question for you: are you going to land an attack, or are you going to stay in the air and attack? Because if you stay in the air, you have to do a hover check. You have to do a fly skill check.
No. Well, I'm going to hover like maybe a foot off the ground.
You still would have to do that
You
skill
still have
check.
to do the-
And I'll land.
Okay, so you're gonna pop down on the ground and just bring across with the glaive, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I close enough?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're close enough. I'm trying to see if you get a flank bonus. It's pretty close.
I'll do this.
Now we get a.
So I'm only getting
okay.
one
Well,
attack
that-
anyway, so it doesn't
Well,
matter. I can
that'll
do as
certainly
much
do
as I
it.
want.
So
yeah,
yeah.
you only get
Okay.
one attack, so move there.
Plus
Okay.
2, blessing of fervor.
Oh yeah, +2 for blessing of fervor if you want to use it that way, or do you? Well, yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not going to get an extra attack.
And +1 for prayer and +1 for flanking.
Okay. That's 2.
It's 2 for
All right.
flanking.
I apologize.
2 for flinching.
flanking.
Oh fuck. 35 is a hit.
All right.
I can't get a break, man.
And that is +3 magical as
Oh,
far
you
as
rolled
any
like
DR.
4 fumbles.
Three
left.
magical.
What do you mean? You got so many breaks.
Yeah, you've caught lots of breaks.
doesn't feel like it though. All right, so yeah, it hit him. He's like, ah, God. He's whirling around, but he think he's going to pick on a now disarmed Flashheart, but it's not his turn. It's Gatto's turn.
He has barcode out. That's disappointing.
He's got a lot of it.
Do we see an invisible man splashing around in the big pot of nihydrine crystals in the middle?
Yeah, that's where Gatto. He's got like a
hot tub.
Yeah, like he's got a brush.
Yeah, exactly. Like Bugs Bunny when he's in the tub.
When he's in the
shower cap on.
The cannibal tub.
Yeah, the little shower cap on.
Heard they're remaking Looney Tunes. You guys heard that?
Oh, really?
I have not.
I was excited to see that Netflix is Disney's bringing back the Muppets, because the thing we need right now is I need the Muppets in my life to help me feel.
Stadler and Waldorf.
Stadler and Waldorf, yes.
I need it so much in my life.
We need those two.
Okay, Gatto, got it. So you're just going to hang out there?
As far as they know.
Okay. Ilindar.
Because quite frankly, I think I have turned into one of them.
They were the best.
They are.
All
Storm
right.
wants revenge.
He's going to fly over the lab table and attack.
Nope. She's going to try and pounce on him and knock him to the ground. Or
Really attack.
So, wait a second. What are you going to do? You're going to try and knock him down?
Basically, she's going to jump on top of him and try to
Okay.
pin him to the ground.
All right. Eric's got to go. Eric, we'll check you later, man.
Bye, Eric.
Adios.
See you soon.
Good
See you
luck
soon.
with the demons.
When is
What's
Traveler
up?
List? Is it
Who
next
still
week?
aren't as evil
Next week from
as
tonight.
your character
All right,
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chuck, at some point this week, I need to talk to you about Traveler for next week, too. So,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because they
Right.
screwed up my plans again. So, okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
All
All right.
We'll,
So,
we'll fix them.
yeah, we'll fix their wagons. So is this a like a trip maneuver kind of thing? Would that be?
Yes, pretty much a grapple check.
That's she's going to try and grapple him and sort of.
Basically, try and knock him to the ground and pin him to the ground.
All right, so she's going to
Coming from above, and she's just going to basically try to land on him.
So it's like a tackle. I'm going to
like a
say, yeah, like I'm going to say trip attack because it's not a grapple because she can like wrap herself around him. So it's a trip attack. Go ahead. I'll tell you right now, his CMD is 30.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Yep, she does. Bam. She comes out of nowhere, lands on top of this guy, and just with sheer volume of weight, pushes him to the ground, and she is standing sort of on top of him. He's not automatically grappled. He is tripped and prone, but if she wants to like grapple him and keep him from crawling away or whatever, that would be another check next time. So yeah.
She's done for the round.
Okay.
And then Ilindar is. I mean, there's not really much I can do.
Shit.
I've seen a bunch of spells disappear off the guy, so it's nothing I've got going to do anything. Okay. Done.
Shoot.
Yay.
All right, he's going to do that. He looks up at Storm and says, "Here's a little something from your kinfolk," and opens his jaw, and a breath of flame comes shooting out at her. This is dragon's breath. He shoots at her.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She's going to look at him and say, "Did you just call me a dragon?"
She did. Hold on a
People
second.
slap him.
Don's not here.
Yeah, he's not there, but you can save him up for later. All right, so he's going to shoot dragon's breath at her, right up into her face, and it is red.
Twisty twist.
Here we go. 30. It's a 30-foot cone, but he's prone, so he's shooting. She's the only one that's going to be in it. Caster level is 11. Ooh, wow. Okay, so half damage for reflex unless she's got evasion. The DC is 16 on that.
She actually does have evasion.
Does she really? Okay. That kind of sucks.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they give the quad eidolons evasion after like level 2 or 3 or something like that.
All right, so no damage, half damage if she misses, no damage if she makes it.
Nope. She's either full or nothing.
Oh, okay. She doesn't do half
Improved
evasion. Doesn't. Oh, improves evasion. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
is where you take half.
Okay. Well, it's 38 points of damage, of fire damage, if she misses it. So the DC is 16. It's not that tough.
Hang on 1 second.
Come on, one.
Mike's given you enough ones already.
That's why I'm thinking this is going to be another.
He paid his dues to
It doesn't
the.
have to be a 1, I don't think.
What's her bonus?
I think it's either 10 or 11.
Ooh, shit. No, it's not. Natty 20. So she just like moves out of the way, and this big gout of fire goes shooting up into the air, but misses her.
She cocks her head to the side and said, "You didn't just call me a dragon."
I did.
You did not.
Those are killing words.
Rocks her head side to side. Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Wait.
All right, Bardos, you're up. You just saw this thing blow a huge gout of flame at Storm. She dodges out of the way, but then she's like standing next to him. She just knocked him down.
So let's go back to what he was doing when he became visible again. What exactly?
He was at that desk pawing through a bunch of papers.
He was trying to grab a bunch of his research.
Does he have it in his hands or is it on the desk?
It's back on the desk. He didn't have a chance. What he was going to do is put it in there's a sack laying on the desk that he had in his hand, so it was invisible. So he was trying to get the books and papers into the sack. As soon as they get into the sack and in his possession, they would have disappeared. He was trying to do this without letting Flashheart see. He'd hoped that the stinking cloud would last long enough because he would have been inside the stinking cloud, which means you guys would have never seen him. But in this case, the invisibility purge, the stinking cloud went away and the invisibility purge. But yeah, he was pawing through papers.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to try to grease that stuff.
You're
Grease
gonna
the
put
desk.
grease on the desk?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
so that he can't. If he tries to pick it up, it'll slow him down. Basically, I'm just trying to slow down what he was trying to do.
Oh, gotcha.
He
Okay.
won't try to run away without these papers, so maybe we'll be able to get it taken down before he gets.
Gotcha. So material objects not in use are always affected by this spell. So basically, grease just sort of materializes and covers that whole desk, all the papers, the books, everything. So yeah, they're all greasy and hard to pick up.
Yay.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna put what did we say the color of grease is? Green.
Well, it's
Yeah,
kind of
too much green. I'm gonna
It's
Use
the word, I know that.
Butter is the component, so yellow maybe.
butter.
yeah.
We got too much yellow out here. I'm just gonna put this thing over the top of that desk, just so we know that that's greased. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Bartos, anything else?
Nope, I'm not going to move.
All right, Lothar.
Is Radiance in the grease or outside the grease?
Radiance is outside the grease. The grease is just on the table. It's not off the table.
Let's see a Keystone Cops thing happening here.
Lothar steps in, saying, "You're welcome for the stinking cloud, buttholes."
Okay. They seem to be dealing with this guy. Hopefully
Okay.
they figure out they do that soon. My concern now is this mixture. And
The like
the
the urn.
the
Okay.
nihydrian crap.
Mhm.
And based on the way too lengthy explanation that we got about this stuff, I'm guessing it's somewhat chemically sensitive.
Seems to be.
So I'm going to create water here.
Like right over the top of it.
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm going and dilute the whole thing with
Come on,
20
this would have been a lot more fun.
20
How-
gallons of water.
20 gallons of water puts it in there. All right. Okay. Cool.
You're ruining my mythic compound.
So Okay. So yeah, so you make that, and hold on a second. There we go. And basically, it splooshes into the urn. There's this huge cloud of steam that goes up. Bubbling purple liquid comes pouring out and covers almost the entirety of this thing. It's bubbling and it's congealing on the top of the stone, and it's it breaks a couple of the things as it fractures the hot ceramic. The guy on the ground yells, "No!" Storm's going to have to step out of the way because this stuff is kind of like overflowing onto the
Well,
floor.
Storm's on top of this guy, so.
Well, kind of, but he's also in between the guy and the table. So this is all coming off the table. It hits, it's hitting that whitish pus stuff, and it's bubbling up, and it's like congealing. It's forming these big purplish white scabs on the floor. That's just really repugnant. So yeah, Storm's going to have to move away from that spot because some of this stuff is bubbling off of the thing. And Storm, frankly, has a healthy respect for this material.
Yeah.
So at some point, he's going to have to move. But yeah, no, yeah, it looks completely ruined. The guy on the ground is like, no, why would you do that? Stupid goods.
Stupid good.
It's Flashheart's turn. So the guy's down on the ground. He's prone, so you're not going to get an attack of opportunity by picking up Radiance. You'll have to pick up Radiance as a move action.
Or I can throw myself on top of him and try to keep him here.
If that's something you want to do. Now, keep in mind, he's a 9-foot Cambion.
You're still smiting evil, so
All right.
you only get one attack this round, but still, it should be a pretty nasty attack.
Where'd he go?
Plus you get a
Sorry,
bonus
hold
for
on.
being prone.
What'd you do?
Sorry about that. Sorry. That was a problem. I was trying to get rid of
And
something
if
else.
you choose the
Well, I
+2 bonus this diverse round for Blessing of Fervor,
I could draw a dagger and leap on him, or I could just pick up. Let's see if
pick
I
up
pick up.
Radiance and Smite Evil.
Okay.
You can pick up Radiance and
I'll do that.
and you get a single. You can get a single attack. in.
Right. Picking
Okay.
it up is a move action.
Unless you have quick draw, no matter what you do, you only get one attack. So you're better off to pick up Radiance. And
Okay. I'm picking up Radiance and I'm doing one attack.
All right, do it.
Smite evil.
You will get +2 for Blessing of Fervor, among other things, probably.
+1 for Prayer.
So +3 on top of whatever you got going on.
plus whatever you get from smiting.
18, did we say earlier?
Yeah.
No, that's damage. That's only on the first one.
Only the
No,
first one.
I calculated it at 20. So,
Your plus is the hit of your charisma bonus,
right.
Yeah.
as well as your other
So
stuff.
And then you've also got a bonus because he's prone.
Oh yeah, it's
Plus Radiance,
+4, isn't it, for the
Plus
prone?
4 for plus
nice.
4 for prone.
Ooh, +4 for prone. That's
With a
just
melee
that.
weapon, yeah. Unless you want to use your bow again.
Hey, I was super impressed. I hit something with that. Okay. +4 for prone. One attack. Don't fumble, don't fumble, don't fumble.
Oh, 35 is a hit, definitely.
All
So
right.
now roll your damage and add 9 for your smite and 1 for prayer.
Oh, they should.
All I got to redo my damage because now I have less strength. Let's see.
Well,
It's
-1.
-1.
Yeah, it's just minus
Minus
one.
1. Roll your normal damage, we'll add 9.
Yeah.
All right. Here we
The
go.
strength damage and the prayer will cancel each other out. So 23.
Oof. 23. All right. Let's see.
Hashtag
That goes
lame.
Right through his DR. Get that filthy blade out of me, Paladin, you lying sacks of good crap.
Some good crap.
Hey, I'm not
Left of
feeling
your
good
turn.
about this demon. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna
He's
be
not dead.
afflicted. I'm gonna be.
He is
afflicted
not
big
dead.
time.
So I'll tell you right now, he has a ton. He had a ton of hit points. He has 47 hit points left.
He
Are
did.
we?
Let's
Are
see what
we?
we can do about that,
We
shall
gotta-
we?
Yeah,
It's way. It's way
This will
past
be, and so
midnight.
this will be, yeah, it's way past 11. So
How's the
this will be,
45 treat you?
that'll hit. 30 points of damage. Okay, but so here's the thing: he gets DR against you.
Plus
so-
3 magical, or whatever that matters.
Yeah, it's not going to matter in this case. It's still things. So okay, so he's down to, so it's DR 10. So he's down to 27. Do you get any more attacks?
Of course I do.
43. That's going to miss. No, just kidding. Okay, another 18 off. You don't have any more attacks, do you? He's down to
I
9 hit
do.
points. Last chance.
No, I get 2 more attacks.
What? 33 is a hit. He's got 9 points left.
That was my last at full strength.
And the last one, he screams in frustration and howls, "Ah, you've destroyed my life's work!" At which point, the glaive blade just goes right in his head. Shunk! And you see his eyes roll up and it's filled with blood and roll up, and he just sort of just stops. His sword drops to the
But
ground.
he does not disappear.
He does not disappear.
Huzzah!
And with that, it's almost quarter after, so we'll stop for the night. Well done, guys. That was a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I have to say to him, he's dead. I've changed the terms of our deal.
Pray I do not change
Don't
it.
go any further.
You killed the alchemist. I hate that.
I whispered my little stone there, so I'm still a paladin, right? I'm still a paladin.
Still a paladin, even though you've broken every vow. No, I mean,
My vow.
I think
I'm chaotic. I'm good with this.
yeah, you're fine. I think ultimately,
I don't feel good about it.
Ultimately, you were torn between two very unequal obligations. On one hand, you had the obligation to fight evil, to follow the orders of the queen, who represents Iomade, and has the ear of the inheritor, and just as your paladin duty is to fight demons. I mean, in the whirlwind, that's what you're here for. On the other hand, you have a deal made by somebody else to a demon to protect a project that, as Bardos, I think, as Gordon pointed out very ably, is inherently evil in and of itself. I think you were given too much weight to the idea that this was going to put you in jeopardy in some way.
I will quote Braveheart: "An oath to a liar is no oath at all."
There you go.
Exactly. All right. Cheers, guys. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
That was
Have a
fun,
good night,
guys.
everyone.
All
I'll
right.
see you on the spaceship next week, boys.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
Okay.